This is a special report. Razor Comics has been rescheduled for a later date. Check you later. What it do, comic gurus?
What it do, comic gurus? It's your boy Razor Comics. Get ready to dish. Hold up! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you sure? We're not going to hit another breaking news because I got a long show. It's 3 hours. We're running late. For the love of God, let's not do any more of that. Before we get started, guys, I want to get a shout out to everybody who's been dropping the breaking news bits. Everybody who's been doing this. I thought we weren't going to do that during the monologue, during the beginning rant. We weren't supposed to do that, guys, right? Okay, we're not going to. Okay. All right. Now, comic book trolls are spending more time interrupting and attacking comic book community live streams more than usual. If you noticed, a lot of hate-filled live rants, a lot of hate-filled community hangouts are being infected with trolls. More than usual, with hate-filled racial attacks and slurs, both private and in live chats as well. Well, welcome to Razor Comics, where the trolls get bounced from the chat faster than a sloppy drunk at Applebee's happy hour. That's live. Now, comic book trolls are the only people who think that the multiverse should be infinite. The comic book troll slogan is, as long as it looks exactly like 1992 and smells like Taco Bell and Mountain Dew. Again, let's try that one more time. The comic book troll slogan is, as long as it looks exactly like 1992, smells like Taco Bell and Mountain Dew. And most importantly, nobody's feelings get hurt or triggered, man. Don't hurt or trigger me. So strap in and strap on. Because we have a packed show for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. New game, Shots Fired or Just Admired, is a new game that we're dropping today. Thanks, producers. Running a little late for that. Again, one more time. Let's try it from the top. It's a live show. Shots Fired.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Or Just Admired.
Just admiring her, Holmes.
Just admire, Holmes. Also, psychological of a troll. Psychology of a troll. The new Rick and Morty trailer. You know it's going to be a fun show tonight when I can't even finish the monologue. And of course, the newly added, highly anticipated, mostly anticipated, you can't forget about it, late night top 10. So let's get this party started. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Your producers are just so low tonight. Hang on, let's try this one more time. From the top. I'll get this right, I promise. Are you ready? Because I'm ready.
Fuck, Skoden.
Let's fucking Skoden. Welcome back, comic community. Thank you for hanging out tonight. It's a Saturday night. We're ready to get the party started. And as always, to help me get the party started, I have my buddy, my brother from another Greek mother, or Greek half-brother from another Mexican mother. My guy, you know you love him. Bring him to the stage. George for the 757 Hustle Show. Welcome to the stage, my guy. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you stopping by today, my man. How you doing today?
What's up, everybody? How we doing? Happy Friday? No, today's Saturday, right? Happy Saturday.
Saturday night, bro. Welcome to the show, man. And yes, everybody, welcome. Thank you for stopping by tonight. We're going to hang out, have a party, man. Got a big show lined up. So thanks, brother. I appreciate it. How you doing? How's your night going?
Yeah, man, been busy getting the yard work for the summertime. You know what I'm saying? So we can start broadcasting live from the yard. You know?
yeah, I see. You got a nice little tan going. You got a little brownness to you. That Mexican gene is really shining through. You're looking good, man. Got a little sweat going today.
Tapping into my Latino roots, man. Been doing a lot of gardening lately. Been out there working in the fields, pulling out the weeds and stuff like that.
Somebody has to do it because I'm not doing it.
Oh, I hate it, bro. I'm from the city, man. I hate dirt. I hate yard work. I'm allergic to it. I hate it, but someone's got to do it.
Nice, brother. Well, hey, man, I miss you. We don't usually talk out throughout the week. We get together, I think, on Wednesday? We talk for a little bit, just kind of when I roll some show ideas by you.
Usually I have your phone number blocked until like Thursday.
Yeah. Then I work on the show all week. We work on the show all week. Well, actually, I work on the show all week and then hope that George laughs at some of the jokes and then find some of them funny enough to show up on Saturday night. So I guess it was funny enough of a show for George to stop by. So thanks, brother.
I'm still here from last week. I haven't left.
And everybody, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the show, people. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, people. Welcome to the show.
And of course, like always, all are welcome.
All are welcome. All are welcome.
We want to thank everybody who's stopping by, hanging out in the chat. Of course, Lord of Brooklyn, BK for life. Lopez bought a brand new Badlands mask for Razor tonight. All right. We're glad that we have Lopez dressed up. The Comic Vic stopping by. What up, fam? Thank you for stopping by, my guy. Appreciate you. We salute you for your service. Thank you. We have Lord of Brooklyn again, Comic Vic, shouting him out. And we got Lisa Noble, one of the best, if not the best moderator in the game, dropping the links like always. Thank you, Lisa. We love you. You know I love you. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for stopping by, guys.
Thank you.
It's a 3-hour show. We got a lot to get to, George. So let's get this party started, man. Let's go ahead and go down the list like we normally do. We got the housekeeping we got to cover for tonight. A lot of housekeeping, a lot of big ideas, a lot of new stuff going on. So let's get this housekeeping started and get the show on the road, guys.
Housekeeping, you want me to jerk you off? Housekeeping?
No, thank you. Sleeping.
So a little bit of housekeeping. Let's go and get this party started. Let's see. Full screen layout. Get my guys on here. Boom. First off, we have the Gurus. Thank you, Gurus, for being part of this call. This is the Gurus. I call them the Gurus. They're the channel members. I have 20 of them so far. I haven't checked at the beginning of the show, but we got 20 of them so far, and I want to shout them out. It's $2.99 a month. Special shout out to the Gurus. Here we go. We got a list of them here on there. There's the list of the Gurus. There's a whole bunch of them, guys. Hopefully we can keep growing the Gurus. Thank you. Thank you for being a friend, man. I really do love you guys.
Thank you for being a friend.
Now, a lot of you have been gifted some of those memberships. So I'm hoping that when you come back next month, you go ahead and sign back up for the $2.99. And I do have some big news tonight about the membership. I'm adding something new to the membership, so stick around. We do have a lot to go over. If you are a member, next month we have something new for you. I hope that you're excited because I am. Right now it's $2.99. We got a lot of cool things lined up. You get some custom emojis, some early access videos, epic member only live stream. Now this is huge. If you missed the last live stream, it was epic. It went 9 hours long. I went from 3 o'clock my time, George, to midnight, brother.
Midnight.
One of the longest. One of the longest and most talked about members only live stream that caused a little bit of a ruckus amongst the comic community. And all I got to say is, if you're not paying the $2.99, you should, just for that members only live stream, because it's loads of fun. we found out a lot about each other. It's kind of a therapy session, George. I was talking to a buddy of mine named Kyle, promiscuous time travel, shot him out. And we learned, first off, did you know that he was a child actor?
No.
Bro, not only is our guy Kyle a child actor, PTT, this is amazing, man, because I enjoy learning new things, especially people who are in the arts, specifically in acting. Not so much behind like making scripts or the production or the editing, but the people that are in front of the camera who child actors, man, who've had their parents send in audition tapes or headshots, or somebody like myself who participated in plays as Pablo the reindeer from Mexico, very young on, and had dreams of becoming a young Lou Diamond Phillips in the industry. So I gravitated towards that. We learned about Kyle being a child actor, and check this out, bro. He was in one of my favorite shows of all time, man. The George Lopez Show. I shit you not, bro. He was a child actor. It's season number 1. If you want to check it out, it's episode 3. It's Max's birthday party. It's a really short scene. It's about 2.5 minutes. Our guy Kyle is in a gray sweatshirt, and he's right next to the Nana during the birthday party. He does an amazing job with his facial expressions, with his body language. I give the guy A+. Great job. Awesome. It was so fun learning so much stuff about people, bro. So one thing that I would recommend, man, for anything, for the $2.99 guys, once a month we get together, and it went 9 hours, George, because it was so fun. I noticed that you were not there, my guy. Evidently, you didn't drop the $2.99. I understand. That's okay. Maybe somebody will gift you one and you can hang out with us. But it was an amazing time, man. We had such a cool time. And now, going forward, bro, I want to add a little something extra so that way people will come back, right? We got 20 of them right now that signed up, and I'm hoping to get, some more on board. So going forward, next month, if you sign back up, we are going to be giving out a monthly giveaway. That's right, ladies. Monthly giveaway. That's going to be coming out once a month. I'm working on a monthly giveaway. Do I have the book somewhere around here? I think I do.
Are you giving the $2.99 each month?
$2.99 a month. Right now, it's going to be only U.S. shipping because I haven't quite figured out how to do the international shipping yet. I'll be honest with you. So, I'm an old man. Once I figure that out, we'll try to do some international shipping. But let's just start it first. For the first month, we'll do, U.S. only. And then these are the first couple books that I'm including. This is going to be Thor number 2. So right quick, I'm going to make myself big, George, just for a sec. I'll come back to you, my guy. So here we go, guys. We got Thor number 2, our very first giveaway for the members, $2.99 a month. Galactus cover, man. Sick cover, bro. We know the movie's coming out. A lot of Fantastic Four hype. So this is a dope Galactus cover for your collection. Thor number 4. Unknown street level exclusive, man. Little spec book for you. I got a little Fantastic Four number 2. I can't read the cover here. 229, 269. But basically, this is, where's my glasses at? I think it's the Things Ant or some shit. So this is woman introduced, some shit like that. Woman introduced in Fantastic Four number 238, revealed to be Aunt Petunia, and the family relation Ben Grimm often references. So you get a little Aunt Petunia here on some first appearance of Fantastic Four number 239. Okay. And then we're going to add this to the giveaway box. And then, of course, we're going to build it up as it goes along. Nice little Marvel theme, Fantastic Four movie coming out. A little old with the new. So we'll add more to it. Just a little incentive, man, for you guys to come back. And I encourage you to check out the live stream. There's a lot of talk about the live stream this past week. And, I wanted to cover that. Also, we have Star Wars, man. I can't wait for this, brother. Family Feud, Sunday, May 4th, 3 p.m. Eastern with our guy, George 757 Hustle Show, man. I can't wait for this. Tell us a little about this, George. What do you got going on?
That's next Sunday? Holy shit. I got to get it ready.
Coming up, bro.
Sunday, May 4th, 3 p.m. for you Star Wars fans. Even if you're not a Star Wars fans, we're going to have content creators from across YouTube. We got, Razor himself. Some people you know, some people you don't know. But we're going to be doing some Star Wars Family Feud. We're celebrating Star Wars, watching some videos, reaction videos. I got a lot of content. I don't want to give anything away because it's a lot of fun. We're gonna have people jumping on and jumping off. So it's gonna be a fun time, man. It's gonna be a fun time. You know how we do around here. So
Yeah,
it's
I
a lot of
can't wait,
laughs,
bro.
a lot of good fun.
I'm not big on. I'm big on Star Wars, so I can't wait to see exactly what you got lined up. Who's going to show up? I got an idea how a couple people are going to be, but I don't want to spoil the fun. So I can't wait to see
Yeah,
who's all going to show
it's a
up.
fun visual. It's a fun visual, and it's a good round table of meeting different people. I mean, we're gonna have comic book people, toy people, musicians. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit artists, everything.
Yeah, no, that's fun, bro. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'll be there. This is going to be on Sunday. May the 4th be with you. As you can see, I got my Star Wars shirt on already. A little Star Wars action. I can't wait, man. So I'm getting prepped. I'm stoked. I'm ready to go. Sunday, May the 4th, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll be there hanging out with my guy, kicking with us. And then the following week, something big, man. Something huge is coming. It was like Rome. It was once a dream that was Rome. It was so fragile. You could just speak it or it would just disappear. What I'm talking about is the non-con, virtual con, cyber con, what now con, next yesterday con, wonderful con, terrific con. No, none of that. This is a virtual comic book con that we're putting together. It's going to happen during the week of the Heroes Con, which is June 20th, I do believe. Town hall meeting, guys. Saturday, May 10th. We're all going to gather around 6 p.m. Eastern. We put the link out. We're going to hang out with cheap comic collectors. Swag, duh. We got Scotty Vaughn stopping by, S Vaughn 82, and of course, Fable for One Collection Down. Also, George down here is going to be hanging out. Here's the idea that was once Rome. What we're trying to do is get everybody together, right? Here's the pitch. It is going to be a live weekend event for those people that cannot hang out and go to Heroes Con. We're going to put on an event where we're going to promote the comic book community, at the same time grow our channel by doing what? Doing giveaways the whole weekend and putting on live streams. Of course, you'll have Fable on Friday night, One Collection Down with his great show that he does. You're going to have me on Saturday night. You'll have George at some point. You're going to have Cheap Comic Collector with his auction shows. And every show, Swag does well. Every show, there's going to be a giveaway. Now, we're going to try to grow. So if you're a content creator, please look forward to this event. Next week, all I'm doing on Saturday is going to be the late night show. We're going to be gathering, doing this. This is all the talk is going to be. This is what I'm doing next week. So we're trying to get as many people involved. If you're a content creator, you want to be involved, you do live streams. I'm going to reach out to Rob's Fat Stack because he already did offer to try to put the schedule together. So I'm going to need help putting a schedule together. I'm going to reach out to Rob's Fat Stack. So look for that text coming through to you, Rob. I'm going to reach out to Garage Geek, my guy. I haven't caught up with you in a while, and I want to do that. And I want to do that hopefully over this weekend or over this event. Also, there's another group called Melanin and Manga that I want to reach out to and see if maybe they're interested in joining this event too. So I have a lot of big plans and big ideas, and it's going to take a village, as they say. And I'm hoping that we can narrow down a thumbnail and a name for the event and maybe a schedule. So look forward to this. This is something that I'm kind of proud of, and I'm hoping that we can get a lot of content creators involved. And, this is something that I think that we can help grow our channel and help also spread some light on the community itself and grow the community. What do you think, George? What do you think about my pitch there? I know it's kind of long.
No, it's a very great idea. It's a very good idea. You know
Cool,
what I'm saying?
man. I hope we can get some people to show up. You know what I mean? That's the goal, bro. So look for that, guys. And I think that's it for housekeeping, man. The chat is pretty lit tonight, guys. So let's see who else we got stopping by tonight. Get that off there, I think, somehow, some way. Boom. Housekeeping is done. And let's see what we got going on tonight, man. Let's see who else showing up here in the chat, because I know it's late. Thank you guys for stopping by. It looks like we got Collector P all the way down from Collector. Are you in Phoenix or in Mesa? I know Collector P is State 48. Shout out to State 48. Collector P, let's welcome to the show properly. You know how we do around here, guys. Let's do this. Welcome to the show, my guy. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the fucking show.
Yeah, let's do it. Who else we got here tonight? We got Collector P shouting out the chat. Lisa Noble. We got Synthetic Panel stopping by tonight. He's in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by, my guy. AI, Synthetic Panels. So cute. Lord Brook and BK. Lisa Noble started the war between Razor and Lopez, allegedly. Oh, no, not Lisa.
Is it really late night? 8:30? Is 8 p.m. really considered late night for a late night show?
Collector P says, "Oh, I'll win that Star Wars trivia." Hey, Collector P, maybe get you be my partner, bro. We'll see, man.
Calm down. You never know.
I might need a new partner after the Darth Lopez situation. The Collector P's in Mesa. We got to get together, brother. We gotta hang out. Space Case Collectible stopping by. What it do, my guy? Welcome to the show, my man. I appreciate you. Welcome to the fucking show.
Welcome to the fucking show.
We're gonna have fun tonight, guys. It's a party. We're gonna have a great time.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Now, speaking of the amazing membership that I offer for $2.99 a month, we had an epic live stream go down, George. I'm not sure if you heard about this epic live stream. It caused quite a ruckus, man, in this epic live stream. During the live stream, it's 9 hours long. And what I assume to happen during this live stream that I have for the members only, which you cannot no longer watch. It's not there, so don't ask about it. You have to pay the $3 and show up every month if you want to be part of it.
It's a one and done. It's a one and done.
It's a fight club, man. You don't talk about it, but evidently some people did, which is fine because you pay your $3 and do whatever you want to do. But some people were gifted membership. So I think what happened was, now I'm old, bro, so I don't know the terminology. I think the kids call it gaslighting. I don't know. Is that the right? I think it's called instigating. I call it instigating, but I'm old, man. I learned all these new words like ops. You know what ops is?
No. Is that a video game?
Ops means opposition. Like that's my opposition.
Oh.
But I'm old, bro. I thought, I used to use words like my rival, my nemesis, but ops is a new thing. The kids use the word ops.
He's sus. They're sus. Suspect, suspicious.
That's another one. Yeah, that's one the kids use.
I'm hip. Come on, man. I'm down with the lingo. I got some street cred here.
Yeah, right. So I guess there was something called gaslighting that was going on. Maybe I call it instigating. Maybe I'm using the word wrong because I'm old. I don't know. I fuck a lot of shit up. I get a lot of shit confused. Evidently, I'm the clueless reporter. But evidently, there is some gaslighting going on where somebody who watched the members live only went back to Darth and Lopez, my buddy, and said that, hey, Razor's talking about you and Brian McClay, which was hilarious. My buddy Brian McClay is from Beyond Wednesdays, by the way. Love that guy. And by the way, I just talked to Brian McClay the day before yesterday, and everything's cool. Shout out to State 48. Evidently he this person went to Darth and was saying, oh, yeah, Razor's talking about you and saying that you stole his breaking news and
were you talking
just trying to cause issues between? It's just trying to instigate, I guess, gaslight dust stuff between me and Darth or whatever. Which was funny because I actually talked to Darth whenever he had a show called he has Bagging Unfiltered, right? That he did with Biggie a couple weeks back, and he did a show where he kind of interviews about drama. Well, on the show he had the Immortal Biggie Shack on there. And during the show, it was very quick. It wasn't very long at all. There was a segment where it was just, he used like the stock breaking news that I think everybody has on the StreamYard. Not the cool one that you created, George. Not the one that's specifically for this show. Not the one with the cool green graphics and the music. And, it's basically the stock footage one. It's not this one right here, of course. No, it's not that one, which you created, by the way, and it's amazing, George.
And I made it
visually
green.
Perfect.
And I made it green just for you.
I appreciate it, brother. So it's not this one. It's the generic one that everybody has in their StreamYard. So it's not this one that you've created that's specifically for this show that we use. And I thank you for it because it's one of my funniest bits ever. I used it for the Sticky Goose comeback, and it was hilarious, man. I kept hitting the breaking news. I kind of, lost my mind like Chris Farley towards the end, ripped off my jacket, went crazy. People loved it. Did over 700 views. Amazing video. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. You'll laugh your ass off. Well, Stitch then, it's been popping up. You'll notice other content creators have been using this breaking news as either a trolling segment or what have you. our boy Darth Lopez views it just really quickly. I'm sure he just like everybody else does and their show, where they hit the breaking news stock footage, and he asked Biggie a question that I just really don't fucking remember, to be honest with you. But after that show, because I do talk with Darth, just like I talk to people who I consider my friend, actually on the phone and have conversations with them. So I called up Darth to have a conversation with him like I do when he had circumcision, like I do all the time, just to give him feedback, bounce shit off him, tell him how he did and what I think he should do. During that conversation, which was supposed to be just between me and him, evidently, and it's not, so it's out there. But during the conversation, I kind of just I jabbed at him, kind of like a locker room talk, right? Like with the boys, man. I don't know if you played sports, guys. If you ever played sports, I played sports. I've played football, played baseball, played soccer. And if you're in the locker room, you fuck with your boys, man. You give them shit. Hey, man, you fucking sucked out there, bro. God damn it, man. Can you get a little bit better? Can you at least post up? Do you know how to post up? It's just not that hard to fucking post, bro. You just fucking stand there. So you fuck with your guys, right? You give them shit. So this is what I did to Darth, right? And now the comic book community guy, it's really a soft group. So it's a really sensitive group of people, man. So unfortunately, our guy got a little triggered. Got a little upset, got a little defensive, because I told him, just like I said on my live stream, I noticed that you used the breaking news, man. That's funny. What's next? Ceasefire Tuesday? Just jabbing at him, fucking with the guy. And then he got upset. He took it defensive. He got really defensive. And that's where we're at. I didn't accuse him of taking something that I invented, which is hilarious. That never happened. There is no beef between me and Brian McClay. There is this gaslighting where Darth assumed what's happening with somebody who watched my live stream. And that is the worst way, guys, to start any type of beef or any type of drama. Now, here's another thing. If you came here to see me roast Darth Lopez, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to roast a Latino on a live stream. There's not that many of us, first off. We're a minority group, us blacks, Latinos. We're a small group, and we're a small group as it is. And when we get to communities like this, we even get smaller, right? So I'm not going to roast Darth Lopez, a Latino. I'm not going to do that on a live stream. Matter of fact, I've already checked that box, and we've done that earlier in the year. If you remember, it's a Valentine's Day massacre. So I don't want to jump the shark, because if we've already done that, check that box. Don't need to circle back to that. So I hope Darth, nothing but the best. Evidently, he's very upset. Doesn't want nothing to do with me. But again, shout out to Darth Lopez. The video did really good, and I hope he continues to make drama videos, and he does well. I have nothing but love for Darth and his family, man. Good luck to you, brother. And only thing I can say is that, man, that Baja Blast and them Doritos Locos Tacos, I feel sorry for that Taco Bell bathroom, man, because I'm sure that fucking that's lava, brother. And then one more thing to say.
You think he did that in one take, or he had to buy a bunch of them? Like he had to buy like a party pack and was like, oh fuck, I should do this again. Oh, I should have done this. Like by the time he left, he had like Dorito tacos all over his lips and his hands.
After
like,
6
takes,
takes,
I got you.
Yeah, the orange.
Yeah. Orange all over his hands and everything. He's walking out of there going, I got the motherfucker. I got him.
Here's what I got to say about Taco Bell real quick, because I get a lot of shit for Taco Bell. I don't have any. My daughter's, one of her favorite restaurants, Taco Bell, bro. Like, she loves Taco. She doesn't even like regular Mexican food. Like, she will order Taco Bell first before Mexican. So there's a whole. That's racist, right? Racist. My own daughter. There's a whole culture, even a whole culture of people that don't like Mexican food that would rather have Taco Bell, to be honest with you. That's a thing. So I get it, man. Taco Bell, my sister loved Taco Bell when we were growing up. We grew up fast food. I was a Jack in the Box guy. She was Taco Bell. I have no problem. Here's what I will say. Now we'll kind of move on to our next segment of the show. If you have $20 to spend, right, and you have the time to go down and hang out in a restaurant, take that $20 and maybe drive a little bit further where the people are a little bit more darker. Right? Maybe there's some music that's a little more ethnic in the background. The smells are going to a little be different. That's for sure. That's for sure, right? But take that $20 and go to a Mexican restaurant, just like you support your local comic book shop. support your local small business Mexican food restaurants. Go get you some mariscos. Go get you some camarón. If you never tried it, it's an amazing experience. Hell, get you a bloody beer, get you a margarita, sit down with the locals, have a great time. Use that $20 to support your local business. The hell with Taco Bell. That's what I would recommend going forward is you use that money towards supporting the local business because there's some great food out there. Panchitas here, Mexican food restaurant here, and Rosita's is a place. I took my buddy George. We had a great time. Carolina's, the best burrito voted by New Times out here in Arizona. If you're shout out to Carolina, stop by there. Ponchos on Central and Baseline, bro. When we had President Clinton come down to do his campaign, he stopped at Ponchos. They have an actual restaurant, a part of the restaurant that's named after him. Central and Baseline, shout out to Ponchos, Filiberto's, Roberto's, all the great Mexican food restaurants. Shout them out, man. Support the local restaurants because that's the way we do, right? We support the local comic book shops. What I'm going to support the local Mexican restaurants, and that's what I got to say about that. You got anything you want to say about that, George? I'm gonna turn down my fan, but is there anything you want to wrap up on that?
It just sucks. I heard his video. You know what I'm saying? You can tell he's upset. I mean, I don't know what you actually said to him that pissed him off, but yeah, I don't know why he seems so angry, and I don't know why what I found interesting is that he felt threatened that he had to say, I had to make a video before you shot first. And I'm like, what was he so afraid of? Like that he's got to make a video to get you first. Like I didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? But it is like
he said. Called me. He could have called me too.
It just sucks. That's all. You know.
Yeah, it does. And like I said, I have no hard feelings, man. I love the guy. Yeah. Nothing for the best.
Just to clarify, I gave Razor the breaking news thing. I made it for him, and the same to refer to the same Valentine's Day massacre. That was me referring to Razor losing his shit on that stream. So that's why I made the thumbnail and everything. So yeah. So I mean, he was like, "Yeah, they stole that idea too," and I'm like, "All right."
Oh yeah, whatever. You stole his Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we even said it on the stream when you started crying about it, and I said this was all about you losing your shit. You know what I'm saying? And we talked about it. And he was on that. He was on that stream with us, I think.
Yeah.
He was on that stream with us. So he didn't. So, but anyway.
Exactly. And I'm not going to go after the guy. I know a lot of people tuned in to see me roast him and, go in on him. And I'm not going to do that, man. Like I said,
I will say this in defense of all the stuff that you and I do here. And I'm not trying to be mean for a guy who lost his shit on Niobe and has got a problem with Niobe. Because I heard that stream because I listened to Dart's show. He's got a problem with Niobe and everything. He had no problem coming after you with that Taco Bell reference. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a little weird. That's all. You defended Razor with the Taco Bell thing, but now Razor's on your shit list. You're going to go and do the same thing that you knew was wrong.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Went after Niobe about the monkey joke.
Yeah.
But then he was sitting there going in on the Taco Bell, which was a straight racial jab.
That's what I thought. There's trolling. That's not trolling. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that bothered me about that. But like I said,
no, you make a point. That's an interesting point because I didn't think of it that way. Because I mean that's true.
I mean, you saw how he went crazy over Niobe on the live stream. How he flipped on him because he still can't get over that. And then he comes after you with the same joke that he defended you. That he went everywhere else saying, "Yeah, it's fucked up to Latinos and everything." I just found that weird. But everybody,
and then he had a Taco Bell. It was kind of like, I'm going to use the Taco Bell joke, which is like
that was just. But
that makes sense then. Yeah, that's an interesting point though, because he went after Niobe, and it's just him. And I think it has to do with him just choosing sides too, like he says. He's going to be with the circumcision and this and that. And I'm not asking him to choose sides when it comes to me and Lynx or me and Mark and them. I fight my own battles, man. The same thing with you, right, bro? When you're up here with me, there's a lot of times you will say that, hey, this is Razor. I have nothing. It's his opinion. He's, so I don't ask anybody to fight my battles.
I know comic book people are sensitive, so I don't want to get jacked up one day somewhere at a convention. Like, yeah, you said, what do you do, comic book gurus? Punch in the stomach, So, but, it sucks. Hey, and to say here that no one's ever going to have beef with somebody, people are always going to have beef with other people for whatever reason it may be. People, and it sucks. And it sucks when your friends don't get along with your other friends. That's just part of life. That's it.
Right.
You
Right,
just
and
don't
again, I
invite
love
everybody.
Darth. It's not like I'm shutting him out of my life. If the guy calls me, I'll pick up and talk to him, man. That's just how I'm a guy who always believes in second chances, bro. To be honest with you,
Mhm.
believe it or not, guys, I'm a guy who believes in second chances, man. We all had look. I fucking went in on DJ Links. I got upset. I got emotional. It happens. I made a video,
Mhm.
so I'm okay. I get it. Maybe Darth will simmer down a little bit and come back to us, and we can talk, kiss, and make up. Because I get it. I totally understand, man. And I've been there. I've done it. That's why if you're looking for me to go in at Darth today and do whatever, then I'm sadly disappointed, you guys.
Smash that like button. You never know.
But still, smash the like button. Please join the
Smash
membership.
that like button. You never know what we might do.
Thanks for stopping by, AR. Appreciate you. What it do, Luis Mendoza? Welcome to the party, pal. Appreciate you, man. Let's welcome you properly, brother. Hey, Luis, you're from the State 48 too, right? State 48 in the building. Welcome to the party, man. All are welcome. Welcome.
Welcome to the fucking show. Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah, it is what it is. So that was fun. Let's see what we else got going on today. Let me pull up my list of agenda going on here. Psychology of a troll. So this is pretty cool because it looks like we might have a couple of them that pop in and out. And I'm one of those guys when it comes to trolls. I don't play with them. If they start going too crazy, I kick them out. I ban them. I bounce them. I'm not one to sit here and debate with the troll, to go back and forth to try to one up them. I get rid of them because I try to have a good time and bring a fun experience. And I came across an article that I thought was pretty interesting. This article does research about trolls and the psychology behind trolls, people that actually create fake accounts, these burner accounts, to go online and attack people. Now, what's funny about this is I actually know a couple of people that are trolls, believe it or not. And when I say they're trolls, George, I don't mean like Darth Lopez or Sticky Goose. I mean, there's actually a culture, a subculture out there, where there's what they do. Okay, so I'll set it up for you. They'll create either a fake TikTok burner account or a YouTube account or whatever, or they'll use their original account and they'll just erase all their personal stuff and keep changing the name, right? So that way they don't have to create burners account. And I know this because I have friends that literally are trolls, and they actually love to sit there. And my friend, I shit you not, I've caught them on their phone, bro. Check this shit out. And they're sitting on their phone laughing. I'm like, what the fuck are you laughing about? I'm fucking sitting there going on this, fucking dumbass on TikTok, and it'll be anything. It'll be, you name it. And whether they go in on people who are like, non-binary, trans, anybody that's different, the trolls like to go in on them. And it's pretty sad, but at the same time, I know people who do it. And they do it. They get a fucking thrill out of it. It makes them laugh. They get together when they do it. It's a culture. It's a whole subculture that you just can't fight or debate because it'll just keep fucking with you. So the way I've handled it is I don't, right? I just move on, get rid of them. So I came across this article. Let me see if I can do this right. Let me share this screen here.
Give me that knowledge, baby. Give me that knowledge. Look at them clicking. Look at them clicking away, folks. Look at the production. Look at the oh yeah. Yeah. We ripped this off. We ripped this off too. We stole this idea also.
We stole this
idea. We know what we're doing.
So check this out, bro. I'm gonna have to put my glasses on in order for me to read this too, obviously. New research shows that trolls don't just enjoy hurting others, they also feel good about themselves. Now, before I read this, George, let me ask you, when you think about a troll, you're right, what do you think about behind the internet computer? When an internet troll, what do you think a person, like their traits, what do they look like? The self-esteem? What is your breakdown of an internet troll?
Looks could be the trolls to me look like anything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you're saying that they could be either men or women, right? Doesn't
yeah,
matter.
they could be the prettiest person or the most cliche, live in the basement, whatever type of troll, internet troll.
So do looks matter? Do you think that
No,
trolls are
I don't
ugly,
think
or
looks
do you think that trolls are good looking?
I think it doesn't matter what they look like. I think they
Gotcha.
just all have this. It's like something's going wrong in their life that they have to lash out at somebody else.
Okay,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
interesting. So you're thinking that there's something wrong with them or something going on
Something's
with their
going.
life.
With something in their life is going wrong that they got to lash out at whatever they're trolling at. You know?
That's interesting, bro. Now, when I thought of a troll, I thought of it's probably going to be a guy, a white guy, probably middle age, not all there, and it's probably got low self esteem, for whatever reason because of hygiene, not looking good, or maybe it's had problems at home with the wife, problems at home at work, but low self esteem, doesn't really look good, doesn't take care of themselves. That's my idea, right? My character, how I'm characterizing a troll, right? So I read this article that was really interesting to me because, well, let's go over it first, and then you guys make that decision. Is how you feel about trolls because it's really interesting. There's an urgent need to understand why people troll. Recent Australian estimates show about 1 in 3 internet users have experienced online harassment. Also, several research studies I have attempted to construct the psychological profile of those who troll to harm others. In my most recent study conducted with Genevieve Steele, I wanted to see if trolling could be linked to self-esteem. Do people troll because they have low self-worth, right? Self trolling. In scientific literature, internet trolling is defined as malicious online behavior characterized by aggressive and deliberate provocation of others. Trolls seek to provoke, upset, and harm others via inflammatory messages and posts. Trolling can refer to a variety of online behavior. In some circumstances, the intent of trolling behavior may even be to amuse and entertain. However, in my research, I have explored trolling as malevolent behavior, where the troll wants to hurt their online victim. Why is trolling a problem? Trolling can cause significant harm and distress. It's associated with serious physical and psychological effects, including disrupted sleep, lowered self-esteem, depression, self-harm, suicidal ideation, whatever that means, in some cases, even suicide. In 2019, the Australian Institute estimated trolling and online abuse had costed the Australian economy up to 0.7 billion in health costs and lost income. Alarming, it's extremely common to experience trolling. Combined with the psychological and economic cost of trolling, this demonstrates the urgency of understanding why people troll. If we can understand why people troll, this can inform management and prevention. Researching trolls. Now, here's where it gets interesting, guys. Bear with me. In my latest study, I explored gender, psychopathy. Am I saying that right, George? Psychopathy, sadism, and self-esteem as predictors of engaging in malevolent trolling. Psychopathy is characterized by callousness, deceitfulness, and a lack of personal responsibility. Sadism is characterized by enjoyment of physical and or psychological harming other people. Now, this study recruited, blah, blah, blah. The extent was to measure participants, troll-like behaviors. For example, I enjoy upsetting people I do not personally know on the internet. Although some people think my posts are offensive, I think they're funny. What the study found, results show that gender, psychopathy, and sadism were all significant and independent predictors of malevolent trolling. That is, if you're a male, this is important, and you have high psychopathy, or however you say that, or high sadism, you are more likely to troll. You got that? If you're a male and you have high psychopathy or high sadism, you are more likely to troll. The most powerful predictor of trolling was sadism. The more someone enjoys hurting others, the more likely it is that they'll troll. Self-esteem, George, was not an independent predictor of trolling. That's what amazed me. Self-esteem was not. However, we found that self-esteem interacts with sadism. So check this out. So if a person has high levels of sadism, right, and high self-esteem, they were more likely to troll. So this result was unexpected because low self-esteem was predicted other antisocial online behaviors such as cyberbullying. So when it comes to trolling, what they're saying is that what they found was self-esteem interacts with sadism. So if a person has high levels of sadism and high self-esteem, like these guys with big egos, right? And they have high levels of sadism, they're more likely to become a troll, which was very interesting because I thought the opposite. The result was unexpected because low self-esteem was more related to cyberbullying. So when it comes to trolling, you find out that these people are actually men that are sadists with big fucking egos. And then the article goes on and how you can manage trolls, which is basically saying just to fucking bounce them from your live stream, stay away from them, try to feed positivity, don't feed the trolls, blah, blah, blah. But I thought that part of the article was the interesting part when it came to the trolling, because I always assumed that people with low self-esteem are the ones that are creating these burner accounts. Nay, my friends, nay, it's the people with sadistic, high self-esteem, egotistic maniacs that are creating these burner accounts and feeling better than other people by doing it.
It's like the cliche, I had a bad day at work, so I come home and I beat my wife and kids. So it's like I have a bad day at work, so I'm going to go online and troll everybody.
I had a bad teeth cleaning. The teeth cleaning didn't go as planned.
That's awesome.
Let's see, what do you got? What do you guys think? Who do you got here? Luis Mendoza, Eastside Stan, Joe Vato. What a do, brother. Appreciate you. Who would create a fake account that's lame? Not comic burner account. Oh, man. I told you we were going to get the trolls tonight, man. Here they go.
That's a lot of work, man. That's like serial killer stuff. You got to go and plan and where am I going to put the body? How am I going to bury? You got to start another account. I wouldn't even think about it. I got to come up. How am I going? I don't even know how to come up with another email. Do I have to buy another cell phone to get a new email?
Oh, damn. Yeah, here we go. Hey, what it do, SVOD82? There's my guy. Welcome to the show, man. Let's welcome properly. SVOD82 will be hanging out with us on May 10th, 6 p.m. for the Town Hall event for the non-con. What con? I don't know con. But just welcome our guy to the show.
Scotty's Titty Book Con.
Scotty's Titty Con will probably bring in more people.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, people. Welcome to the show.
Scotty's Slut Con. The Smut Con.
Scotty's Boobarama.
Space Case Collectibles says it's a control thing. Yeah, that's what the study kind of shows, man. It's one of those, the ego, I want to dominate, make you look fucking silly. They are probably picking on cats and kicking dogs when they're kids. Shit like that. Ben Compton, why does it have to be a white guy? I'm just giving you the truth, man. How I would characterize a troll. I mean, obviously, like George said, it could be anybody. But that's just who I would care. Just like you would say, why is it got to be the serial shooter that that's usually a white guy? I mean, I don't know. That's just how it usually ends up. A hard character mindset to get into. Yes, it is. Space Case Collectible says, I can't imagine calling in sick and saying I was trolled as the reason I can't come in.
That's I need a mental day, right? That's the new thing people say. I need a mental day. I took off for a mental
health day, man. Hey, I was trolled, manager. I can't come to work. Somebody threw a Taco Bell joke at me.
I was about to say, look at this video of this guy talking about me at a Taco Bell. I can't go into work tomorrow.
Look at this guy calling me a fat ass. I can't do it.
Yeah. For those who speak Spanish, for those who speak Spanish, I know what he said in Spanish.
Oh, did he? Because I didn't know what he said in Spanish because I don't speak Spanish. So he was. Yeah. I was like, "That's cool." I wonder if it was something good. What do you say, Dart? What do you say, George? What did Dart say?
I think he said my shift don't start for another half an hour. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Like, hey, get back to work. He's like, I got 15 more minutes of my break, man. Nah, I'm joking.
I almost fucking spit my bong, bro.
No, he said the same thing. What he said in Spanish, he said in English. It was word for word.
All right, gotcha. It's like,
Damn right. You got Boomerama with Scotty.
Oh shit, I'm dead, bro. That was fucking funny as fuck. Hey, Luis Mendoza. Oh shit. We got a $10 super chat, Scotty Mac. Pentaxenstein. Yes, I nailed it. God damn it. I appreciate you. I love you, brother. $10 super chat. Here we go, guys. This is how we do the super chat, how we show love around here. I'm gonna break it down for you. Thank you first.
Only took
Pentaxenstein, my guy.
Only took
Scotty
you
Mac.
3 months, and it took him $500 of super chats for you to get to say his name right.
Pentaxenstein, my man. Scotty Mac, troll me, feed me tacos. Tell me I'm pretty. Love you, brother. Here's what we do for the super chat, guys.
I'm rich, bitch.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
I think we did.
You're gonna like this guy. He's all right. He's a good fella. He's one of us.
Get the papers. Get the papers.
Forget about it. He's one of us. It's not over yet. One of us. One of us. I appreciate you, brother. Troll me, feed me tacos, tell me I'm pretty.
Somebody's got to do it.
Appreciate you stopping by, my man. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. Article was something that I came across. I thought I'd share with you guys. There's been a lot of the trolling going on in the comic community. Obviously, we've been seeing a lot of live streams that have been bombarded with. One of the worst ones is just the people that create not only the fake burner accounts, but create like a different name. Like they'll use my name, you know, and that's like basically like that's kind of like using what are they impersonating somebody? I mean, that's kind of fucked up. They'll use different people in the comic community's name and pretend like they're them, drop racial bombs and racial slurs, and people be like, fuck Niobe, fuck Comic Journey, fuck Razor, and it's not even us. And that's what's fucked up.
And they're typing people, Anytime you'll see something that says fuck Razor, if it says my name on it, it's probably me. So just don't worry about that guy.
If it's something that says like undercover Greek lover, then you know it's George.
Yeah. If it says sheep fucker, that's me.
Oh shit, bro. Yeah, man. But interesting. Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Does that mean like these these trolls have to sub up, like to post in the comments? They have to sub up with the other account also?
Well, in this chat they do. So yes, you're correct, sir. So in this chat, you have to be a subscriber for at least 5 minutes, and then drop a chat.
That's like Jeffrey Dahmer going to the gay bars, pretending to be gay. You know what I'm saying? That's like stalkerish, crazy. Yeah, that's like the sadistic thing. The article. Now I'm scared. I should have paid attention when you were reading that shit. But the gummy kick thing, that's like
exactly, bro.
That's like being on the streets looking for a hooker so you can take her home and kill her and shit because you're like stalking. That's
what it is, man. They had to wait up to 11 o'clock Eastern, right? Create a burner account.
Yeah.
Subscribe for 5 minutes. Watch the show.
Listen to that monologue.
Listen to that monologue.
Listen to that monologue. You ready? You ready? The guy's like, fuck, 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
4 more minutes to go. Oh, love it, man.
And the minute, oh, now you can comment. Then I'd be like, you're fat. You know what I'm saying? All that. Just be like,
go to Taco Bell, you loser, you fat garage door loser. Like, all right, thanks for subscribing. We'll appreciate you. Stop by later.
George is only half Greek.
George is only half Greek.
Comic Journey is 100% Greek.
Well, speaking of Comic Journey.
Oh, is that a segue?
We transition into our next segment. I'm glad that you brought that up.
We go get this before somebody steals it. This is going to be called Transition.
we're gonna. I better send in the trademark because I can't obviously I can't own breaking news, so maybe I could do the transition.
Because they talked about it. They talked about it. And you knew about
Breaking
it.
news, transition. Maybe we can make that big instead of breaking news. And then we'll do the transition.
Transition. Segue.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new show tonight. Shots fired or just admired. We're going to bring up a new show, a game that we love to play around here. We started off with our good friend CJ with racist or not racist. Do I have that still lined up? Let's see. Man, that was an old clip. How long ago was that? Holy shit, that was a long time ago. Let me see if I still actually have that around here. You know what?
That's when everybody liked you.
Yeah, let's take a trip down memory lane. Like Darth said, but I don't have any friends anymore. Before, people liked me when I did this. And then I did this, and then no one liked me anymore because they said that I called everybody a racist, which we didn't. They obviously didn't get the idea of the show. But we did a show, right? Well, you know what? We have a lot of new subscribers, George, so I should do my due diligence and get everybody caught up. So a lot of new subscribers watching the replay. Me and George, we did a show called Racist or Not Racist. It's a little show that we did, and it was about CJ having a guest on. This guest that he had on the show was a gentleman that's in a wheelchair, and he dropped a racial slur, racial bomb joke. And ever since then, he has not dropped any more of those racial jokes. And CJ, of course, disappeared for a while, blamed me for ruining his life, and hired a private investigator, falsely accused me and Lisa and others of calling him a racist, and that we were the ones behind this big old plot against him. And it was very hilarious. But we did this segment, which was funny as hell. Of course, it got me in a lot of trouble. Called Racist or Not Racist.
Yeah, that's racist.
Oh, that is racist.
That's not racist. That's just accurate.
It was an amazing time. We had a lot of fun with it. So we're bringing it back. And today we have a new segment, Shots Fired or Just Admired. Now, to go over this new segment, I have to go ahead and kind of break it down for you. What am I talking about? Hey, Razor, what are you talking about, man? Well, in case you haven't been following, and a lot of you don't, and I understand why, it's okay. In the comic book community, I'm kind of known as this drama comic book community reporter, right? The drama king, man. The guy who is the king of the drama. So what happens is, in this community of ours, there is others that like to take shots, maybe, or maybe they're just admiring what I do. Now, I'm going to leave that up to you to decide, because in the past, your boy would automatically go full razor. If you haven't noticed, I do some razor rants. Go back, take a look at them. And I would just lose it, and I kind of go in on people, right? I've learned to be very woosah lately.
My phone would blow up. My phone used to blow up, and I used to have to talk this guy down.
Well,
I'm like, what is this sticky goose circumstance? What are you talking about?
Well, I've learned after doing YouTube for a while now, for a couple of things. I learned to be a little more woosah, and that comes with a couple of things, guys. I've learned to chill a little bit more, going back to just a regular funny guy, relaxed. But let me tell you something, and this is true. I shit you not. Pussy is a really good tool for stress relief. It's really good, man, to get that woosah. So yeah, I've been dating, man. I've been out and about. Let me tell you something. I was in a relationship for over 20 years, so I understand. A lot of us that are in the comic community are either married, for however many years, or you're probably single and you've been single for a while. I get it, man. I totally understand. It took me a while to transition out of being in this type of domestic person to the fun, lovable razor that I am now. It took a little while of a transition, and I was a little angry there for a minute. It took me a year and a half or so to get back into the swing of things. And, during that time period of making content, your boy was a little angry. And I would let some rants out, and I would attack people on live streams and whatnot. I've learned since then to calm down and relax. I go on dates, I get out, I have some fun. I walk around I've lost almost a total of 100, almost 100 pounds. I started at 420 pounds, George. And over the last couple years, I've lost almost close to 100 pounds. So I go out, I try to be active. There's nothing big that I do. I just try to be active. You know what I mean? We go out, we walk around. I don't drink alcohol. I only drink alcohol every once in a while on special occasions, like when I hang out with Madam or a big party. I don't drink any. Yeah, I don't drink any soda. I cut that out of my life. I'm a big coffee drinker, as you guys know.
That's
But no soda, right? No alcohol. Smoke a lot of weed. I get out. I be active, and just by doing that, gradually, I'm losing weight. I'm dating now. I hang out and I get out, man. And I've noticed just by doing that, George, it has made me just a better person, man. I'm more easier to get along with. Yeah, man. I've calmed down a lot. I've kind of reverted back to who I was before I got into a 20-year relationship. The
Razor's getting laid, everybody. Razor's getting laid. That's what I'm
getting laid, guys. You know what I mean? Breaking news! Breaking news! Razor's getting...
People,
hold up!
my dogs came up to heard me yelling about the
Razor's getting laid.
Reporting live.
So with the more relaxedness, I'm getting a little more funny. I'm hanging out, letting my hair down, and I think the humor's coming back. So thank you, Jane Doe. Don't say too much. She has a PI on the case. I won a prize for Comic Journey, never received said prize. Part of it was a sketch that did for me. Oh, I'm starting to hear that, my guy.
That's
no shit.
That's between you and him.
Yeah.
You don't know nothing about that. Before that turns
but I've learned how to relax and kind of chill out by basically just getting out, man, dating, swinging, having a good time, bro. Like you said, breaking news.
Yeah, man.
So speaking of CJ and breaking news, this has been a bit that's been going on with the comic community now. And I've been seeing it. I don't know if you've been noticing it, but there's been some content creators that have all of a sudden been dropping the breaking news. I don't know how to take it. There's a poll right now that's going on that you can actually click on, and we'll get that updated here in a minute. Let's see what's going on in this poll here. I'll refresh the poll, but guys, go ahead and vote. Let me know, because I need some help here. You let me know, are these shots fired or just admired? And I do have a new clip for it, so let's get the clip going here. Shots fired or just admired. Here we go, guys. Here's the new clip. You ready? It's for the new game show tonight.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Or
just admiring her, Holmes.
I need help, guys. Tell me.
That was definitely shots fired, bro.
Nice.
Or
just admiring your cool.
I like that one.
I got more. You ready? No, that's it. All right. So first up is, let's see. Let's make sure I do this right. Add to the stage. No. That one. No. Let's go share. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Present. Share screen. Share this tab. All right. So let's start off with our guy, the Immortal Biggie Shack. So I'm going to play the clip for everybody at home. Play along with me. You guys let me know. Those in the chat, those watching the replay, let me know. Comment back. Because we do got a lot of people that watch the replay. They like to listen in their cars or whether they're working out in the gym or whatever they do. So if you're listening on the replay and you're watching at home, comment down below. Let us know. Let your boy know. Tell me, because now that I'm more relaxed and more woosah, is this shots fired? Or am I just being admired? Here we go. Play the clip.
Original, fresh concept, new to comic YouTube. Breaking news. Man. Original, fresh concept, new to comic YouTube. breaking news.
Now, it goes on a little bit more to another show that Biggie does, where he has a guy named TM on, right? And during this show called 2 to 4, there was something else that was said during this show called 2 to 4, and I'll play it for you. And you guys let me know, shots fired or just admired. Ready, guys? Play the clip.
Like, breaking news, like, we've all said it, we all know it. And by us saying breaking news, we're making fun of you, Razor, by the way. We're not admired by you.
Whoa! Hold on.
The fact that he thinks that breaking news is his just goes to show how self-centered and a prick that Razor is. Like,
whoa, what? So that's what's going on. As you can see, our guy Biggie has the scroll down below. They were commenting on the Darth Lopez video. Now, I did watch that whole segment there, and to be fair, Biggie Shack did actually give kind words, man. He was in defense of your boy Razor, and I think TM even later on went to apologize. But Biggie was actually in defense of your boy Razors, had nothing but nice things to say. So shout out to Biggie Shack. I was actually pleasantly surprised. If I must retort that Biggie Shack actually had some really good things to say. But I ask you guys, is it?
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Or
just admiring her, Holmes.
To me, it definitely sounds like shots fired. I mean, it seems like he makes it perfectly clear here, at least TM does, that I'm not being admired here, that they are indeed trolling me or clowning me. I don't know if you call it trolling or clowning, but I mean, it sounds like that's what's happening. I mean, let's play it again.
Like, breaking news, like, we've all said it, we all know it. And by us saying breaking news, we're making fun of you, Razor, by the way. We're not admired by you.
That was pretty. That's hurt feelings. I think I'm about to call off tomorrow.
Oh, I need a shots fired day.
Oh shit! We do love the drama. That's what we do here. We have fun, man. You guys are internet sleuths. Wow, like nobody has used that term before. Wow.
It's not that nobody used that term.
1877.
Yeah, it's not that nobody used that term before or whatever. It's Razor's been doing that bit since he first started going to radio, going like he's live on the air. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing that bit since you first started. Like, oh, the producers are telling me this. Oh, we gotta go breaking news, and that's why I gave you the breaking news, the video thing, because you used to go on all the time. Hold on, guys. So it's not just that he's doing news. It's not just he goes, hey, I just heard this. It's the actual bit. The joke is, oh, breaking news. Hold on. That's the joke. Not that Razor's doing news like everybody else in the fucking world. So,
right. I think we cleared that up. Was it? Thank you. No, we weren't claiming that. I never claimed that I invented breaking news. I never attacked Darth Lopez saying, man, I invented that. You stole that from me. That wasn't the conversation. That's not what was said on the live stream. I told Darth exactly that. It was funny that you're using all of a sudden the breaking news. What's next? Ceasefire Tuesday. I thought it was funny. I observed it. Others observed it. I wasn't the only one.
That's a funny line.
Yeah. I mean, hey, here's what I say to that. If you can make it funny, if you can take breaking news and make it funny and turn it into a funny bit like Biggie Shack has been doing with the breaking news, that's cool, man. Make it funny. Do something with it. I even gave Biggie Shack advice. I told him I would make the scroll that he has down there. It's gray. I would make that black, and I would make it, capital letters for the breaking news. So I was trying to help him out. Make it funny, make it big. If you're going to go all in, go all in. But I enjoy it. And we got, guess what? Scotty Mac, Pentex Einstein. God damn it, I got to close. Seething in jealousy. What a baby. Thank you so much, my guy, for the $5 super chat.
Nice. Seething and jealous. What a baby.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting cashed out with the AdSense paycheck next month. Thanks to this gentleman right here, Scotty Mac. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to get that paycheck, and I'm going to invest it back into this, the channel. So thank you, sir. Good advice. Seething and jealous. What a baby. I'm telling you, man. Jealousy and envy. Definitely out there. But we got to thank you for the super chat, man. Let's give my guy a thank you. You know how we do around here, guys. Let's thank him for the super chat. Really appreciate it.
I'm rich, bitch.
That was the one.
I couldn't find Anchorman. I tried to watch that earlier.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
You're gonna like this guy. He's all right. He's a good fella. He's one of us.
He's one of us. He's a good fella. He's one of us. And of course, one of us. No, I agree with you, George. I think, yes,
That was definitely shots fired, bro.
Yeah. He's like, he had to make it known. We're making fun of you. So if you're not offended, Razor, you should be now because he said it. We're making fun of you, Razor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're not admiring you at all. This is not admiration.
No.
This is definitely hate.
Yeah. This is pure sadistic hate. And that other word you couldn't pronounce.
It's psychopathy.
Psychopatho meka high meka honey ho.
I could have seen it.
It's the stupidest beef I ever heard.
Yeah, it is. I don't even believe it. I don't even think it's any beef. I just think it's hilarious to bring it up because, yeah, I mean, I would like to point it out. Is it admiration or is it shots fired? In this case, it's definitely shots fired. So is this the guy calling every news channel complaining also? Breaking news is mine. I created it. CNN Fox, you're on borrowed time.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we solved this mystery, but we do have one more mystery. Our good friend Comic Journey, of course, made an appearance, which was weird, man, because he actually showed up on a live stream. Of course, our friend, our good buddy, Circumcision from Circumcision and Chill. He showed up on that show a couple days after not showing up, but being in the chat of my members only, which was kind of odd because he said that he wasn't quite ready to do live streams yet or to appear on live streams. But then a couple of days later, he showed up on Circumcision and Chill. And, well, he had this to say about us. And let me play you guys the clip, and then you guys could tell us at home if it is.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Or
Just a minor, Holmes.
just a minor, Holmes. All right, so let's pull this up, and you guys let me know. This was from Circumcision and Chill. I don't know what date. I don't care. But it was one of those days. And this was, I think, towards the end of the show, or I don't know. It's when they kind of give their shout outs. Well, our buddy CJ decided to make an appearance, even though he said he wasn't quite ready to make an appearance when he was talking to me in my live chat. But he was ready to make an appearance on Circumcision and Chill. And it's quite interesting what he had to say about his comeback. Everybody wants CJ to come back, even me. And this is something that he had to say about him coming back to late night.
Back to Insomniac, but not tonight. I'll bring it back.
Oh, come on.
All right,
Where's
that
breaking news? You want breaking news? I've noticed there's a lot of, since my absence, there's a lot of channels that decided they want to try the late night thing.
I haven't noticed that, but I sleep at night, so
I did.
Here we go, right? Who wants to try the late night thing? I wonder who he's talking about.
Notice that. And,
I mean, the show is called Late Night After Hours, so that's kind of...
we all know who's late.
At 8 p.m.
I think he says something like, we all know who the late night guy is.
Yeah, it's late night for me, not for Razor. That's why we call it late night.
Yeah, rewind a little bit, man. Good old Comic Journey. I love Comic Journey.
Night guy. So, I'm going to make sure that when
Dracula?
Dave Letterman. I'm talking about Dave Letterman.
Listen to me, okay?
Conan O'Brien.
When I come back, it's going to be in a very disruptive way.
Can I say something?
I'll bring back the Insomniac, but not tonight. I'll bring it back.
Oh, come on.
All right, we're
Is that
halfway there, guys. We're
breaking
halfway
news?
there.
So let me rewind it and let's play it one more time from beginning to end. And I'll try not to interrupt it. I apologize, guys. So let's play this one more time. I won't interrupt. Let's just listen to it. That way you guys can fully hear and then make an informed decision. So here we go. One last time.
Don't talk over.
Bring back the Insomniac.
I'm sorry. What was that, bro? Did I cut you off,
Don't
George?
talk
My
over
bad.
the hands.
Don't talk over the All right, here we go, guys. Listen in. Gather around. Listen in. Here we go.
Bring back the Insomniac, but not tonight. I'll bring it back.
Oh, come on.
All right, we're
Is that
halfway
breaking-
there,
is that
guys.
breaking
We're halfway
news?
there.
You want breaking news? I've noticed there's a lot of since my absence, there's a lot of channels that decided they want to try the late night thing.
I haven't noticed that, but I sleep at night, so
I did notice that, and you know, we all know who's the late night guy. So I'm gonna make sure when I do, Dave
Letterman. I'm talking about Dave Letterman.
Listen to me, okay?
Conan O'Brien.
When I come back, it's going to be in a very disruptive way.
Can I say something?
Bring back the Insomnia.
So there we go. There is the our buddy CJ making his appearance for the first time in a while on, of course, Circumcision and Chill. And that's what he had to say about his thoughts on the late night situation that's happening. So, guys, I ask you, is our buddy Comic Journey?
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Just admiring her, Holmes.
There, that's it. A lot to digest there, man. George, I mean, I don't know. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first? What do you think, man?
What I find, what sticks out to me is that he said disruptive. What is? I'm going to come back in a disruptive way. What's disrupt? What is he disrupting? I don't understand.
That's what I was wondering. So I text CJ after this was over, and I even tried to call him immediately when the show was over so I can clarify that. He didn't answer. He did call back, I think, later on in the night or something, and he claimed that he didn't see. And, you know, is there anything? Is this an emergency? Do you need to talk if it's an emergency or some shit? So, and I was like, hey, man, just what's the disturb? Or how are you? You know, what's this whole disturbance shit? So I don't quite understand that either. I don't understand what the disturbance means. But it definitely seemed like there was a little saltiness coming for our guy CJ. It doesn't seem like he's quite over what happened with them, with the racist or not racist. Seems like he does hold some bad feelings. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think?
Yeah, and that I'll agree. You could this resentment in his voice if he's talking about you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of the show is called Late Night. It seemed like he was definitely talking about me.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to read. It's hard to read a person's face when they talk with their hands on camera. So if they, but
oh shit, that man called Durst a rat for years. Yet he's playing cop games. He's a weirdo. Space K said, "I'm on West Coast. I think a late night show wouldn't work." No, I understand, man. You know, some
that's what I told Razor. But here I am at 12:30 midnight.
Exactly. Here we are, bro.
And here we are on my 5th cup of coffee, trying to make jokes.
We still haven't got to the top 10 yet.
Oh my god! I've been working in the yard all week. That's why I'm burnt out.
Copycat, you're a copycat. Wow, this is 8-year-old shit. I'm telling you, bro. Copycat, you're a copycat.
Yeah. God forbid they're opening up a McDonald's down the road from the Burger King.
And I like how Biggie Shet's reference to late night was David Letterman. You know, not Jay Leno. You know, not not Johnny Carson.
Yeah, give them a reference from 20 years ago.
David Letterman was the reference point. Lisa says, biggest liar in the community. Tell him a show. Please support the show and proof of payment. Oh, wow. Biggest liar in the community. Tell him show a police report. Show proof of payment for that PI. Show an internal memo that your job was called. He can't straight liar. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of still questions that need to be answered. I did let Comic Journey know that I'm very anxiously waiting for him to drop his link, because if you guys know, Comic Journey show is famous for dropping the link and having all these, the island of misfit toys gather around, like Papa Willie and others who drop racial slurs and jokes, and it happens quite often, and they laugh and joke, and it's fun times. So we'll see if our guy continues his format where he drops the link.
In all fairness, I've been on there, and it's not all what Razor said. That's not happening 24/7, but some stuff has happened there. So before you don't want people to say, "Oh, every episode he's done is racist." No, we're not saying that.
No, just only one. But yeah,
just one that blew up the whole community.
just one that pissed off a lot of people, where evidently they pulled out of his project and called his work, and he made this whole thing that he insinuated that it was all because of us, that we had a lot to do. My words insinuated people and caused people to call up his work. And if at that point during his show, it even seemed like he was even insinuating that it was me or Lisa that was behind it. And I do believe that myself, and I'm not going to speak for you, George, but I do believe the show itself and Lisa and others deserve an apology from Comic Journey for that whole, hey, Razor's calling everybody a racist, never clear that up. Pretty much just retired from YouTube because of personal issues, which I totally understand. And when he does make his big appearance and come back, I would really appreciate a apology, because he did say a lot of shit. He said he was going to hire a private investigator. He was going to go after and find out who did it. So I would love to know who attacked his job, who caused his problems for his Kickstarter. And I can't wait to see the report, like Lisa says.
His girlfriend. It was his girlfriend. I remember that conversation we had with the live stream. It was his girlfriend that called. She found out.
That's right. Oh, his girlfriend was upset.
Yeah.
There it is. We got breaking news, George. You nailed it.
Darth Lopez is going to give himself diabetes making Taco Bell videos about this. I'm telling you, Razor.
It's just in. You can make a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, for a guy that likes to talk, he doesn't want to talk. But
Drew
hey.
welcome to the show. What do you do, my guy?
Welcome to the fucking show.
I'm on Razor Stream. I'm famous. What a do, Drew. Appreciate you.
Your soul, was it? Your soul is mine.
Space Collectible says he gave a prize for circumcision's 1,000 giveaway. This just in. Breaking some more news. Breaking news. Breaking news.
And you even have the other one. Razor Comics has been postponed. The one you play at the beginning.
We do. You're correct.
This is a special report. Razor Comics has been rescheduled for a later date. Check you later. What it do, comic gurus?
Second intro.
Oh, George, that one's amazing work right there, George. I got to give you a round of applause for that one.
So the only reason why I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, the only reason I'm speaking up is because I spend hours on the toilet making these things for Razor, and then some other guy goes, "Hey, you ripped me off," and I'm like, "Motherfucker, I created that." You know what I'm saying? I've been busting my ass to get this for Razor done, and then all of a sudden I'm watching guys making videos saying, you ripped me off, and I'm like, I came up with that. But.
Oh, You did come up with
Yes,
it, and
yes.
it's beautiful. I thank you for that because I use this shit out of it, bro. It's so funny too, man. It's perfect timing. It's a combination of knowing to do the timing and when
That's the bit. That's your breaking news bit. It's not just that you're saying breaking. It's the timing of using it, and that's why. Yeah. So.
Hold up. It's you got to make sure that you nail it. I mean, because you could just say breaking news. I mean, but you got to make it funny, man. I mean, use it, but make it funny.
You can just sit there and say breaking news while your kids are running around in the background making noise. I mean, you could do that too, but.
oh, wait a minute. Is that part of our new game that we just played? I thought we ended that segment, but that seems like
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Just admiring your cool.
We're doing is admiring your cool, right, George?
Well, is that
breaking news? Kids running around the background. That's God damn it. Can we mute that out somehow?
Daddy, change my diaper.
Breaking news.
Yeah. My kid just had a blowout. I'll be right back.
I guess that's what makes it that's what makes them YouTube. Good stuff, man. Hey, we're having fun here. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'm Razor Comics. This is George for the 757 Hustle Show. We are live late night after hours. I'm Razor Comics. Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to the show. All are welcome.
Welcome to the show, people. Welcome to the show.
We are having a party. Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Of course, we have a new segment. Something exciting, something new, something different. Breaking news. But it is something new, something different. All jokes aside. It is the top 10, late night top 10. Something that I've created and invented. So don't go start stealing my stuff, man. I'm the first person to ever come up with the top 10 late night. So don't go start stealing it.
My list goes to 11. on the 757 Hustle Show, my top 10 goes to 11.
So let me get it out here. Let's make sure we get this all set up. Let's do this professional, man. Since we're the first ones that ever invented this, let's get everything going. This is going to be the new late night. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is the new late night top 10 list I put together every week. It's a new hot top 10 list that we like to call Late Night Top 10. Every Saturday night, join us. We go over something funny for the comic book community that we put together every week. Well, I do. And then I run it by George. He either laughs at it or he doesn't. And then I move on to another list and I find out which one that makes him laugh. And that's the one I share with you. This is the one that made George laugh this week. This is the one that I'm going to go with. A little bit of comic book humor as we switch gears for late night top 10, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. Let's get this going. First one up here. Here's the topic for the night, George. Here's our top 10. Late night top 10. These are the things that you should not see when you walk into a comic book shop. All right, you got it?
Okay.
Things that you should not see.
Things you should not see when walking into a
comic book shop. Got it. Okay, you're with me now. All right, here we go. Number 10. The entire shop smells like Axe body spray in 1997 tobacco. Or Taco Bell, excuse me.
Tobacco. Yeah, one job to read the fucking thing.
I even got my glasses on. Let's try it again. The entire shop smells like Axe body spray in 1997 Taco Bell. There you go.
Yes.
Oh, wow. It's a live show. What are you going to do? Number 9. A guy in a Batman mask and Crocs screaming, "Where is it?" out of Funko Pops. All right. Number 8. Things that you do not want to see when you walk into a comic book shop. Number 8. An animatronic Stan Lee that just shouts Excelsior every 6 minutes.
Hey, true believers.
All right, here we go. Keep it running. Number 7. The manga section is just Twilight books with Naruto stickers on them.
Oh.
Number 6. A sign that says we now accept EBT as payment.
Nice.
Number 5, things that you should not see when you walk into a comic book shop. A time portal that only goes to 1993 and is blasting pogs at you. All right, well, you know what? That one might not have been such a lander. We might take that one off the list. All right, yeah, that one, that was a good try on that one. All right, let's keep it going. Number 4. Things that you do not want to see when you walk into a comic book shop. A slab jar of pickles graded 9.8 by CCP. Comic-Con cucumber preservation. So there's 2 of them. We'll have to get rid of number 4 as well, guys. That one did not land.
Pickles.
Nobody understood the CCCP, George.
Pickles
Comic-Con.
and comics.
Pickles and comics. That one didn't land. We had to cross that one out. All right. Number 3, a full wall devoted to variants that don't exist yet.
Oh, here we go. I mean, soon.
Number 2, a sign that says ask about our secret call and everyone winks when you do. And of course, the number 1, things that you do not want to see when you walk into a comic book shop. No pants, no problem. Sign right next to the entrance. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And that was the late night top 10. There you go, George. What do you think, man? What do you think?
Yeah, some of them are good. Some of them are good. Some of them were, should have not been on the top 10 or any list.
Yeah, I took off number 4, so we had to get rid of those copycatsies. This just in: comics are too expensive. The top 10, like Letterman, Biggie Shack called it. Yeah, a little top 10, man. A little top 10 style, late night style. Oh, the readers come in. I just got my first pair. Go ahead and blame George. Hashtag blame George, guys. Blame George for the show. That's what happened. He let that happen. That's what he thought was funny.
I get that a lot.
Books piled on top of the back issues. Yeah, that's one thing that you do not want to see when you walk into a comic book shop, are books piled on top of the back issues.
I never want to see people. I don't want to see people when I go into a comic book shop. I just want the whole place cleared. I don't want to see the fucking owner there. So I can just walk around and look at everything and then decide what I want to buy.
I got shit for evidently calling New Comic Book Day Wednesday Warriors, which I thought was hilarious. I think that it is, when you go in there, it's a war, man. You're fighting other people. You're the New Comic Book Days. I'm not.
Yeah, that's all it used to be.
Trolling on anybody that shot out to those Wednesday Warriors, man. It's fucking a lot of money to spend on New Comic Book Day. But you're right. I walk into some local comic book shops, and it's not like I'm hating. A lot of people give me shit that I hate on comic book shops. I don't hate on comic book shops. What I do hate is a lot of shop owners that complain about being shop owners, and then they have a shitty shop. There's one thing about being a shop owner and just struggling, and there's another just having just a shitty shop, and it just smells bad. bad customer service. Nobody's around. It's dark. It's dim. It's real, cringe and weird when you walk in.
Yeah.
So it's not that I fucking have hate for comic books and shops and want to see them disappear. It's just that they can be a little weird sometimes, a little smelly, Drew says, talking about smell, that he prefers Axe to the usual LCS VO.
Everybody's got a thing.
Space Case, you're never going to own. I own 2 Funko Pops. George, you own any Funko Pops?
Not by choice. They were given to me. Actually, I have a few right here.
Yeah, I haven't purchased any of them, but I own 2 by, they were given to me. So, yeah, I'm not a big Funko guy either, but I own a couple. I never bought any, but I have owned a couple. Kids, a Pog Death would have been great in Y2K. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I got one too from Madam. She gave me one. You got a Jason Voorhees one? That's dope, bro. Yeah, I got one. No, that's not up there anymore. Madam gave me one, and I got a Captain Marvel one, I do believe. Miss Marvel.
Captain Marvel. I'm getting off the stream. Who are you?
Yeah, right. Drew said, Razor, that laugh track is real, putting in work. Yeesh. Spider something. I put in answers if you want to read them. Here we go. We got not. I love this name here, George. Check this out. We got not comic burner account. Should have been top 3.
Yeah.
He's like, you should have narrowed that list down.
Yeah, I'm not good with math, but yeah, I agree with you.
Hey, we've got a couple hours we got to fill. Flea markets are fierce out in California. A lot of bad LCS out there. Yeah, man. It's just, and maybe we need a purge. Maybe, this with the whole diamond shit that's going on, maybe it's just the time that we just got to purge a lot of these shitty LCSs, and what will be left is the good ones.
Well, we live in a day and age where we're like 50-50. Some people go out shopping physically and some people don't. So if you have a brick and mortar store, you need to do everything possible to make sure people want to go and walk into that store, as to, hey, I'd rather just spend $100 online and that shit just comes to my house or whatever, Right.
Yeah, especially if you're all about the comic books and you're a comic book retailer, and you got to find other ways to make to sell other items or make it a place where
if your store looks like shit, that's all on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I hate it. I hate going in there and everything. Where in Queens, Middle Village, I remember there was 2 comic book places. One was a mom and pop, like really like mom and pop shop, and there was a big fancy one, Continental Comics. Mom and pop shop, it was like a look. You walk into an accountant's, like what you see in the movies when they got the big files everywhere. You didn't know what was what. You walk in and they're just like, well, how can I help you? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for. I just wanted a comic book, but I don't know what I want. Then Continental Comics was my first time I see them on the wall, like the traditional everything. Yeah. So it's all presentation. It's all presentation.
Well, it is, especially when there's a lot of new collectors that that want to be involved in new comic. Maybe they're interested because they just saw Daredevil like I did, and now all of a sudden they want to read Daredevil. And, oh man, I want to get into Daredevil. Let me go to my local comic book shop. Never been in a comic book shop because they're young and they're hip. So they walk into this comic book shop, and the first thing they see is, first off, there's a bunch of older middle-aged people, which is one thing. The next thing that they see is probably some older middle-aged guy at the counter who doesn't pay attention to them, or if they do pay attention to them, they're overly paying attention to them, right? Want to know right away what they're looking for, what they're walking in for, what they're doing. So there's never that kind of comfortability when you walk in and it feels warm and it's nice.
I've never felt that.
It's well lit.
I've never felt any welcoming feeling at any comic book shop. It was always like, why are you here? Why are you staring at the books on the wall? I mean, I've always felt like unwanted, like, you know what I'm saying?
I've always had to initiate a conversation when I'm at the comic book shop. I'll be honest with you. Like, people say like the comic book shop is like a great way to kind of hang out, and it's still a place that we need to have to gather. In reality, the only people that gather at these comic book shop are the kids that play their trading card games or their Magic the Gathering. Those are the ones
saving them. That's what's saving these comic book shops.
Pokemon, yeah, it's those tournaments that they have.
They rent out their little room.
Yeah, exactly. So they're, that's what they have to concentrate, make those kids feel warm and comfortable, because that's what's actually driving their business, is having that Pokemon, those tournaments, those kids that they gravitate towards that, not the so much what's going on the shelf or comic books or the new comic book day stuff. It's the kids that are in there. That's the experience. For us, when we go in there, there's nobody that are reaching out to you to talk to you about comic books. There's nobody saying, "Hey, how about the new Daredevil series? Did you watch that?" I'm always initiating the conversation. I'm always walking up to the counter, asking about something. It's never them that's initiating conversation with you. So there's always that awkwardness.
Hey, little boy, what are you into?
Yeah, exactly, bro. And they're trying to hold on to, well, we got to have the comic book shop so we can keep that, that experience where people gather. And in reality, the only people that are gathering are the kids, and they're gathering to play games that are nothing to do with comic books. So there's just something that they have to do to keep kids involved and to keep their shop open. One thing
Razor,
they can do.
it is so funny you're talking about this right now. I was having this same exact conversation today with Gloria. I was having the same exact conversation. Her gummy must have kicked in because she was talking about investing into a business, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like,
nice.
I'm like, you spending money. So we were watching Big Bang Theory. It was on YouTube and Big Ten, and they were talking. They had showed scenes of the comic book shop and everything. And I had told her, I said, comic book shops in this day and age is a hard business to keep alive. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the dodo bird, the travel agents offices. You know what I'm saying? It's a hard medium physical paper to keep alive. So with that being said, we had mentioned what would be something else besides the comic books and the toys and she said you need to have something interactive, like at the roller skate rinks or the bowling alleys. They always have that one section. And I told her a lot of times they do the Magic, Pokemon cards, or Warhammer, the D&D. But I don't know if other people do this or not. But I was like, well, maybe they could just start doing workshops, like cosplay workshops, or what I'm saying, introduction to this, introduction, Marvel History Night 101, like something to bring people in to build a community around that store.
Events, yeah, like actual events that they can bring people in. And my comic book shop hardly ever does that. Every once in a while, when there's a new series that comes out, they'll have maybe like an event to do a watch party. But that's it, man. You'll never see them actually put together these events that you're talking of, like a trivia night, of DC night. There's not a whole lot that go, and maybe because they tried it and it failed, and they just don't know how to put those together. But you're right. I haven't noticed a whole lot of events that the LCS shops put together. It's mainly here we have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's Pokemon tournament. Thursday's Magic. Friday is whatever.
Karaoke.
Yeah.
Costume night. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Do you feel, I've had this thought. Do you feel guys who own those comic book shops, the reason why I feel they're always kind of like snippy and snarky and stuff, it's because they finally get every comic book they want. They get a whole place, but then I'm like, fuck, now I got to sell these. And it's like they're selling their babies away. Is that what it is? Is like that anger? Like, I finally got all the treasure in the world. Ha ha ha. I got every issue. I got everything. But fuck. Now it's like I got to sell piece by piece. Is that I
think that's the mentality, right? Because you got to part with it. And yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah, I think
and motherfucking bills. And the motherfucking bills.
I know it was hard for me to let a lot of my stuff go when I had a big collection. A lot of shit that I was just regular variants, exclusive covers, shit that's really not worth anything, $1 or $2. But it was hard for me just to let that go. And what's funny was a lot of that stuff that I let go, I'll see some of these variant covers pop up on Whatnot shows, and I think, hey, is that some of the shit that I sold? Like I seen, for instance, somebody said Nightwing in the chat. I seen a Nightwing cover that I had, which was basically a Bruce Lee homage to Enter the Dragon, the poster. And it was Nightwing and a couple of Batman and a couple of other characters, but it was the homage to the Enter the Dragon poster. And I had that for a while, and I thought it was just a cool cover, sick cover, bro. Kept it in my collection, sold it off a while back as part of a short box. But then I seen it. I shit you not, and I failed to take a picture of it on Whatnot a couple nights ago, and they ran it for $2, $3, whatever that they're running it for. And I swear to God that same comic book, that Nightwing homage to Enter the Dragon, you can look it up. It's a white cover. It's got the poster homage. It's sold for
It's gotta be white.
$45 on Whatnot, bro. $45. And there's nothing to it. There's no key significance other than it's the homage cover to Enter the Dragon. And I was like, what the fuck?
It's
I
crazy,
sold a
bro.
whole short box for $60 that had that in there.
Yeah. When I had when she got sick and then things were bad, I had to sell a lot of my stuff to keep the lights on. And then I sold what's it, Loeb? The first Red Hulk. Maybe like the first 12 issues of that Hulk line when Red Hulk first appeared and he kicked the shit out of Thor and nobody knew who the Red Hulk was. So when I sold it, I think I sold like the first, and you can see it on my site how much I sold it for. It was like $45 I sold it for. After taxes and fees, I came out making to like $30. That first issue right now is like fucking $200-300.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're doing foil reprints of it.
Yeah.
So you'll see the foil reprints that are even fucking selling for more, bro. Like $100 for a goddamn foil reprint of that same comic book.
I got so
all the
much
time.
I've always been a collector. I've never, I try to take care of my shit as much as possible, but I've never been like pristine. I would read the fuck out of my shit, man. I'm like, I would fold the pages and I would read the fucking ads. And when I was done reading it, I go back and read the freaking, the letterist, the artist, or so before telephones, before cell phones, we used to read magazines and shampoo bottles in the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. Right? National Geo.
So, and I used to have my comic books in my place. I used to have my comic books. And don't keep your comic books in the bathroom because the humidity would destroy them. I had key issues get fucking destroyed because I left them in the bathroom, and every time I take a shower, there's no ventilation, and it's just like
you're reading his shit, collecting your comic books, and a stack of them on the fucking toilet, and that's what happens.
Yeah. And whenever my cousin Ricky, who's always on my channel, whenever they would come and stay over, you would hear like, hey, give me the next one. Give me the next one. I thought he needed toilet paper. He's like, no, number 36.
Dude, our guy Swagda, who's going to be, shout out Swagda is going to be joining us on May 10th. I asked him, we were talking about bags and boards. What do you guys use for bags and boards? I like to use Mylar, the Fullback Mylites. Some people like the clear bag and boards, invest a little bit more, spend a little bit more. Some people don't use bag and boards at all. Swag does one of them. He doesn't use no bags and boards, bro. He doesn't buy them. He just stacks his comics up. He's like, I don't care. I'm not going to spend any extra. I'm just going to read them anyways. I'm like, dude, you're a legit real collector, bro. He's like, I'm not even buying bags and boards, man.
Bro, I used to freaking rip off. Remember, what are those called? Those composition notebooks? The black and white ones we used to have in school.
Yeah.
Remember? I used to rip them. I used to rip them off and use them as backboards.
No shit. That's
bro. It was good. Yeah. And then I would put one in the front, one in the back, and then I'm like, fuck, I only have like 3 issues of Daredevil, so I would try to stick them all in there. Stick them all in there, like 3 or 4, and the sides would rip and shit like that. Yeah, it was tough times, man. The dark times.
Space
you
Case
couldn't
has
just you couldn't just go beep beep beep, order on your phone, and the next day you have a supply for 500 comic books.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you had to get a ride to the comic book store or take public transportation and shit like that. My mom was gonna take me to that.
Bro, I didn't even know about bags and boards until I started getting back into the hobby. And they would offer them at me when I would check out, and then they would have them right there. Hey, do you want a bag and I thought they were free. And I was like, yeah, I'll take, I have a stack of comic books, 10, 15 comic books or whatever. Oh, yeah, I'll take fucking bags and boards.
Like 10 cents. I think 10 cents or 20 cents.
50 cents bag and board, bro. I'm like, fuck
cents,
that.
Yeah.
$5 later on top. I'm like, hey, man, what's there? 50 cents. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Now Razor takes the Walmart shopping bag and just wraps them around tightly.
Let's see. Space Case has a question. He wants to get to know the chat a little bit better. He wants to know the top 3 characters for Marvel, DC, and Indie. Ah, man. Top 3.
Now they're going to say you're ripping off Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
Snookums. Just to get to know the chat better. Who are your
Listen,
top
Marvel.
three characters?
You want to go first, George?
Okay. All right. I'm not the movies. I want to go just with comic books, not the comic book version. Okay. I've always been a Steve Rogers Captain America fan.
Okay.
From Marvel. So I'll throw one Marvel and then you throw one Marvel. How's that work?
Okay. So you're Steve Rogers. Okay. Well, I'll give you one. Marvel. Easy. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's good. That's a good
All
one.
All right. DC. Go.
DC. I always liked DC. I always like Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
All right. I'll switch it up. Blue Beetle. Indy.
Indy.
Go.
Indy. I'm not too big of an indie collector. Would you say Ninja Turtles are indie?
Absolutely.
Right. So I would go Ninja Turtles. I mean that's like a lower tier, a huge universe of a lot of characters and story building. So I want to say Ninja Turtles for my.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you stole mine because I was definitely gonna go Ninja Turtles. That's a good one, man.
Oh, here we go. Now George is ripping off Razor on. George is ripping Razor off on the show. On the show, he's ripping Razor off.
I'm gonna say Lady Death. Boom.
There you go. Very good. Nice.
All right, let's circle back. Marvel.
I want to go with villain, Dr. Doom.
Ooh, you went villain, Dr. Doom.
Yeah, because that changed shit up.
Okay, that's a good one. All right, here we go. You're gonna go villain. I'm gonna hit you with one. I'm gonna hit you with one. Ready? Scott Lang, Ant-Man.
Nice. Comic book Scott Lang. Nice. He's a dad, single dad like you.
Yeah. There you go. DC.
DC. Go. I don't know. I'm not DC. I'm trying to think of DC villains to see which one come up with, but no. I'm gonna go with Superman. I always loved Superman.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. Of course, I'll go Batman. There you go. And then Indies is where I'm done. I don't even more. I don't have any more other than Lady Death. I would say Vampirella would be the second one. I fucking all girls here.
Would Image be considered indie? No, right? That's just their company.
Yeah,
now, right?
I would consider that indie. Oh yeah.
So Invincible?
Ooh, that's a good one. Damn it, man. Fucking, I'm too stoned to think of that. That was good, bro.
I'm just a real comic book fan. No, just.
You're a real comic book fan.
I've taken a lot of shits in my life. Trust me. I'm a comic book fan.
Juice and Coke, a lot of events, and they never came back. Yeah, that
is true.
They did, man. That's true. They especially killed the movies. Look how the movies are suffering now.
Yeah, killed my father too.
Wow, that was a bummer.
Coming up to a year now. God bless you, Dad. God bless you.
Movie poster variants. All right. They got a whole lot. What do we got here? The Batgirl Purple Rain is hot. The Batman was Joker as the mask, and Batman and Robin was Harry Potter. Cool run variants.
Nice.
Foil reprints are what a tard bait. That's hilarious, dude. Space Case still has all the childhood books. Holy
nice.
shit, man. That's awesome.
Wow. I still have all my books too. And the only ones I don't have is, like I said, is the stuff I lost in the bathroom.
Yeah, I was gonna say you and George both have all your books. I think you have even a lot of your toys too, right, George?
Yes, I do. Speaking of which, you said Aunt Petunia before. Hey, Razor, quit talking about my Aunt Petunia.
It's clobbering time.
Hey, Razor, don't make no Taco Bell joke, Razor.
Yeah. Don't make me go to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I wonder how many takes he did. That's a good question.
Again?
I wonder how many takes it took him to do the Taco Bell a bit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I know he must have been on his break or something or whatever, like from work. But did the guy like really plan that all out? I want to drive to Taco Bell. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
Break or I would imagine.
Then he had to go back and edit all that shit and put the sound effect and.
Well, he had to take a shit first. I mean, that's first. I mean, that ball blast and fucking what is it, Dorito Loco? What is it, Locos Doritos? Those fucking that'll fuck you. Have you ever worked at Taco Bell?
No, I've never worked at a Taco Bell.
Bro, if you ever worked at Taco Bell, my fellow Taco Bellans, you'll know, man. If you ever make the beans at Taco Bell, all it is a fucking it's just dust. It's fucking that dehydrated dust and water. You heat it up, and those are the beans, man. That's what you're eating when you're putting those fucking
This food.
And my daughter loves them. Bro, you know my youngest daughter, she'd rather have Taco Bell than regular Mexican food.
Beat that girl. Beat that kid. Beat that kid until she's purple. She's
My
gonna
sister's
learn.
the same way, dude. They grew up on Taco Bell. They were like, she won't. If we go when she was younger, my youngest daughter, we would go to a restaurant, Mexican restaurant. She'd be the one to have either a cheeseburger or chicken tendies.
Oh,
she would.
We used to go to buffets for the whole family for breakfast and stuff, and my cousin would be like getting the fucking cereal and milk at a buffet. Come on, bro. Yeah.
So no, there is legit people that only grow up off Taco Bell. Like they will only eat Taco Bell rather than regular Mexican food. Like that is a thing. My daughter is one of them. If you ask her, would you want to go have some, some chimichangas or mariscos or something? She's like, no. She'd rather have nachos Bel Grande or whatever before she fucking goes and has some chili rellenos or something, bro. That's just not. That's just not her thing, man.
Everybody's got their thing. Everybody's got their thing.
Drew says Mylar and 2.5 back, same price as fulls, slightly thicker. Good looking out, bro. Because those fullbacks, which are the blue ones that say fullback, and then the My Lights, I buy a pack of those each, and it's $50 for fucking back. But I love them. Spacing out, that was out. Copycat. Everybody hanging out in the chat, having a good time. Oh, shit. Let me scroll down here, man. There's a lot going on. We got Rob's Fat Stack stopping by. Thank you, my guy. Appreciate you. Good evening. Welcome to the show, man. Let's scroll up here. And welcome Fat Stacks to the show.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the fucking show.
And I am going to scroll down a couple comments, guys, and get immediately to this right here. This takes precedent over the comments.
Oh.
We have a gifted 5 memberships from Rob's Fat Stacks. Appreciate you, my guy. Somebody got 5 memberships. I'm not sure who did, but I want to thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Guys, $2.99 a month, emojis, special live streams that you do not want to miss out. 5 people are going to enjoy this amazing event. It's like the Fight Club, right? It's all underground. You don't speak about it. You have to be there. It's so fun. It gets taken down the next day. We play music. We play videos. We watched George Lopez show last time. It went 9 hours long, guys. It was an amazing time. So we're going to get 5 more people to hopefully show up. And I promise you're going to have fun. We're also going to give you 2 books for the giveaway coming up as part of what we're doing. And with the membership, Galactus, sick cover, bro. Thor Unknown exclusive, Thor #2, Galactus cover for the Fantastic Four. Galactus. And then we have Petunia making her first appearance on Fantastic Four here. Things Aunt.
Hey.
First appearance of Petunia.
Hey, that's my aunt. That's my aunt.
Time.
Hey, I clobbered her one time. Ha ha ha.
And I'm thinking about George doing like a leprechaun race sometime during our live show at night on Saturday, where we're, do a little leprechaun, and then I'll enter in all the names that are part of the members, right? And one of the leprechauns will win, and then we'll give that person those books. They'll reach out to me on Instagram, and then I'll mail them a stack of books, man. Does that sound exciting?
Yes. A lot of stuff coming up. 2025.
So thank you, brother. Thank you for the memberships, and this is what we do and how we thank everybody with the super chats and the memberships. Yeah, let's do it, man.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah, 5 more memberships.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Pew pew pew.
You're gonna like this guy. He's all right. He's a good fella. He's one of us.
You're going to like Rob Fat Stacks. I'm going to tell you what. Rob's Fat Stacks is a good fella. He's a one of us. And yes, Rob Fat Stacks, I am going to take you up on helping me create the schedule for the non-con con that is going to be coming up June 20th to the 22nd. I'm not sure, but we are going to gather first on, let's see, somewhere around here. Hang on. Saturday, May 10th, we are going to be gathering at 6 p.m. Eastern to discuss a thumbnail, to discuss a name, hammer it down, to try to get some more content creators involved with the non-con, virtual con, what now con, cybercon, we don't know. We need help. We're asking you, the comic community, to help us with this event. A live stream 3-day weekend event is going to be held during Heroes Con. Help us grow the channels, help us grow the community by giving out free giveaways throughout the weekend on multiple channels, including mine, including George's and others. We have Comic Collector, Swag Dub, April 82, and more. Join us Saturday, May 10th. I'm going to reach out to this guy, Rob Fat Stacks, to see if he can help us put together a schedule for the event, because it's going to be a weekend-long event. It's going to be big fun. So look for that. Thank you for the memberships, my guy. I really appreciate you doing that. You're a pillar in the community, and we thank you. There is a taco truck that serves authentic tacos in my hometown that posted across from Taco Bell in my town and almost put them out of business. There you go. And that's what I say. If you got $20, you might have to drive a little bit further. You know, you might have to come into the neighborhood that's a little bit more ethnic. You know, the skin color gets a little darker, but the flavor gets a lot better. The music's a lot more livelier.
I'll take a Roach Coach authentic food truck over any fast food place any day.
And that's what I'm saying, brother. Support small business like your LCS, like Mexican restaurants like Rosita's, Panchitas, Ponchos out here in Arizona, Carolina's out here in Arizona. All those great places like Filiberto's, Roliberto's, man. Those are great places to pick up tacos. And you know what's one of my favorite places to eat at is Filiberto's. And they have this carne asada California French fries.
Oh, my God.
Carne asada California French fries. It is so amazing, man. They put French fries, carne asada, guacamole, pico de gallo, sour cream. They add cheese on it. It's just this amazing dish that it comes to you with tacos on the side, all for less than $20. Just supporting your local business. Shout out to all the small businesses that support everybody around here that has Mexican restaurants. Thanks, Ron, for stopping by. We appreciate you, man. We're having fun, having a good time. Welcome to the party, pal. It's a good time. It's a party here. That's what we're doing. We're having a party.
Celebration record.
Good times, man. We're having good times tonight. Rob Fat Stacks is having by. Here we go. Who's he dropping here in the chat? Good stuff here tonight. The chat's having fun. We're having a good time. Rob Fat Stacks says the best tamales come from a cooler in the back of a minivan. You know what?
Yes. Yes.
Amen, brother. Bruce says that's like expecting Domino's to be on authentic Italian.
Yeah. Yeah. Mamma mia.
Did you play the original Marvel versus Capcom games? You were playing that on the PS4, weren't you, George, earlier?
Yes. Hey, Pierre, how you doing? Yeah, Pierre was watching me. He was interrupting me while I was kicking ass. Yeah, I actually hooked up my PS4. I hooked up this has been sitting in my box for like 3 years since I moved into this place, and I busted it out, and I was playing it through StreamYard. I was trying to figure it all out, and I was playing
that's dope, bro. You hooked it up through the PlayStation and then connected through the how do you fucking do that, man?
I run it through OBS, and then through OBS I run it through StreamYard.
Okay, I never played the Capcom game. I noticed that were you using Ryu or were you using the Hulk when I was watching you?
I was doing story mode, so it was making me go through everybody.
Gotcha. Okay, as the moves similar to playing Street Fighter when you're using Ryu?
Same thing, quarter circle forward. The same thing it was like Ryu was, the traditional whatever, quarter circle forward, backward. Everybody's basically got the same type of things. You just got to figure out which one does what.
because it reminded me of Street Fighter, like the layout, the design.
It's based off the Street Fighter. It's this is basically the Marvel a mashup between these two companies. So instead of just Street Fighter, it's Capcom, and they're the ones that make all the Street Fighter games, and they got all the other characters from that universe, and then they're fighting the Marvel comic book characters. It's fun. I love it.
It was dope, bro. You were fighting. I don't know if it was you fighting the Hulk or vice versa, but the Hulk and Ryu were fighting, and that looked dope. I'm like, this is dope. I know the Marvel Rival games is really cool, but I'm old school, man. I love Street Fighter 2 was my favorite video game, hands down.
Then you will love these games. Same thing. I'm a versus guy. So I like the versus game. So
yeah.
So but I was doing story mode. So story mode was, you start off as Cap, and then all of a sudden the story continues on and shit like that, and then you're somebody else. I got some new equipment, so some new wires and shit like that. So I was like, let me go on live, and I want to test to see how the cables work with the thing. But I'm getting there, and it was just fun playing these games. So there's two versions. 2 days ago, I played the first version. The first one has the original costumes from the comic books. I mean, you could get Storm with the mohawk. You get Thor in the original sleeveless. They look legit like the OG costumes and stuff. The one you saw me playing, the new one, that's a little more modern. Yeah, that's a little more modern. But you get Hawkeye, like in the other one, you get Hawkeye with the original mask, like the purple mask and shit. Yeah, it's like
that's dope, dude.
Cool.
Do you get any like character bios, like fucking like the Marvel Rival games gives you? Does it give you any of that shit? Like
it has a lot of stuff. It has a lot of stuff. Like you unlock the bios and spoilers. The main villain you fight at the end is Galactus.
That's fucking bad, bro. Have you beat it?
Yeah. The first one and then once you beat him, you can play as Galactus.
Like kind of like Street Fighter when you would beat like what was the Bison, right? You beat Bison and then you
unlock the character. Yeah. But the problem is when you're fighting Galactus, you're like, whatever, you're on the screen, you're like this tiny, right? Galactus is like my size, and he's like
that's
awesome. Galactus comes out, who's like, you're going to die, and you're like, yeah, fuck. Well, and then part 2, you have to fight Ultron, who's got you fight with which is I found I was doing story mode. Ultron is merging both universes, and Ultron has the Infinity gems. He's got the stone.
Shit.
Yeah. So where I left off today, we were going to Thanos to help us to go fight Ultron.
That's fucking
That's
dope.
I left off in the story mode. Yeah, bro. And mind you, I've never played these games high. Today, I was just on some downtime, and the gummies kicked in. I'm like, and even during the live stream, I was like,
you're in the zone.
I was just watching like this. Like, this is like a movie. This is like awesome. And then I'm like, fight. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta play now. You know what I'm saying? So.
I caught myself watching you, bro, and I was like, holy shit, because I remember I seen that you were gonna go live to play with the PlayStation the other night, and you did it, and then you went live sometime today. Yeah, there it is, guys.
See, that's Ultron right there. See, Ultron, and this is
bro. That was so fun just watching you play it, man. I'm like, you know what? It reminded me of Street Fighter, and I was like, fuck it, man. I haven't had a video game, and I want PS5 or whatever. I want fucking a new console. And bro, you got to be hyped to get us some Capcom versus Marvel. Yeah, that was dope.
And it's funny because I didn't have the wire. I didn't have the wire to hook it up to my laptop, but I still had the wire to hook up my PS2. So I was playing PS2 up there, and the graphics looked like all fucking crazy. But I was playing the old Marvel games and shit like that. I used to love playing my original games. Like these are all my original games and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was busting out my old PS2 game. I can't wait to play this Transformers game.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
This Transformers game, bro. It looks just like the cartoon.
Oh shit!
Dude,
that is dope. What's the name of the game?
It's called Transformers Devastation.
Oh wow!
And it's all based on the 80s. It's based off all the 80s cartoons. Dude, you could drive and you'd be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like hit the X button or some shit or whatever it is, and it fucking transforms.
Yeah,
badass.
It's a blast. I'm not a big gamer, but because it's comic book related, I like playing it.
Exactly. Yeah. That's dope, bro.
I like the Mortal Kombats. I like the Street Fighters. I like, you know what I'm saying?
So next time you fly down, bring your fucking PlayStation so we can play, bro. So we can fucking hang out all night.
I even have the Justice League one too, and Justice too.
Oh shit. Yeah. I think I might have played that on the Xbox, but yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Hey Drew, Cantina Chicken rules, man. Nice. I haven't tried it. But yeah, shout out to Taco Bell's Cantina Chicken. Drew said nacho fries are the truth.
Darth Lopez says nacho friends.
Hey, good stuff, brother. You know what? I need some coffee and I need to stretch my legs here and take a quick break. So I think this would be a good time to take a quick break, pack a bowl.
Yeah,
everybody relax, get situated.
You guys, my dogs are blowing their ass behind me. They're both farting back here. I gotta let them out.
Yeah, let me get some coffee. We'll play a little music. We'll come back. We'll watch the Rick and Morty trailer, and we'll wrap up.
Nice.
Call it a night. So, little intermission, guys, and we'll
be right back
after these messages. We'll be right back.
It's your bad from ABC, right? After these messages, we'll be right back. God damn, Razor, now you're ripping off Saturday morning cartoons. What's wrong with you?
I'm gonna get shit for that one too.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back, guys. Bear with us. Listen to some KRS-One, Temple of Hip Hop, Global Awareness, a track from KRS-One, Knowledge Reigns Supreme, Temple of Hip Hop, Global Awareness. Here we go.
Don't act like you don't know. You heard of Boogie Down Production? We take it back, no frontin'. Entrepreneur, we hustling. No assumptions, I'm Chris with the cross, I gets it jumping. At the championship game on these donuts, I'm dunking. I got something to say today, but it's not nice. I'm a dirty DJ, I cut and scratch like I got lice. Listen, these rappers focused on the rock ice. They bogus, they didn't get the notice, cause it's not ice. It's over your head like the top price. This the master teacher. They don't even exist to me like Tupac's wife. They got money, I got life. They got a honey, I got a wife. They got a tummy, I got a knife. The teacher for life, and they can't stand it. They don't know real bad boys move in silence. That's the second crack commandment. I'm in control like Janet. Run the planet, rappers can't understand it. When I walk in, they panic like, God damn it. Yo, this is street rap. That commercialized crap, no, we don't need that. So in case you forgot, this is street rap. All the realest DJs, yo, bring the beat back. Just in case you forgot, yo, this is street rap. That commercialized crap, yo, we don't need that. Yo, the hustle don't stop, yo, this is street rap. Yo, we rockin' our block, and you can see that. Yeah, my lyrics make it all better. I put the bars to my letters, then bust off like a bar editor. Stressed I'm never, my heart could be weighed against the feather. I'm beyond the pale, beyond the measure, beyond whoever. I used to sway the tech like Heather and her brother Jetta. I used to put the toast to your tomato and make bruschetta. But I don't remember, I'm the nucleus, the center, the teacher, the divine speaker, the last airbender. Surrender. You ain't walking up in here or talking up some fear. New York is up in here. No chickens or pigeons, it's eagles and hawks up in here. Step in the room too soon, you hear the talk from the rear. Let's shift gears, yeah, before I get foul. Cause you could get a slap or we could reverse that into pals. Wow, I'm the teacher, so I'm showing you how. How can I be old school when I'm rocking you right now? Yo, this is street rap. That commercialized crap, no, we don't need that. So in case you forgot, this is street rap. All the realest DJs, yo, bring the beat back. Just in case you forgot, yo, this is street rap. That commercialized crap, yo, we don't need that. Yo, the hustle don't stop, yo, this is street rap. Yo, we rockin' our block, and you can see that.
2 words: breath control. The song and the effort. also was a person that clarified for me that a street dude and an intelligent dude are not mutually exclusive terms. I think that's probably the most impactful thing that KRS-One taught me, that to be a dude that represents the hood and the street and the people from that environment, and to be a smart, educated, and well-spoken man are not mutually exclusive terms. You can actually exist in both of those spaces and be true to both and yourself.
Yeah. Another session. Learn the lesson.
50 more years of hip-hop.
Bronx action, more action, floor cracking, more passion. Beat my people at raw rapping, house to house like I'm door dashing. Assassin, you asking, who is this? And I'm still laughing. Forward thinking, never backtracking. Boom bapping, never rap lacking. Got my people all up in the place. Royalty with scar on their face. Chocolate rap, you can all get a taste. Architect, we built this place. Room. Time for the chase. Chase down traders, invading the space. Keeping in pace in the hole like an ace or an ace in a hole when I throw in the base. Race, no, you didn't really want to race. Chase, no, you didn't really want to chase. You don't want to see me when I'm coming into place. Lyric after lyric in your motherfucking face. Y'all let me scream out what happened to his face. My never say him, I get out of this. Yeah. That's what happens when you speak your rapping and your skills are lacking and your beats are whacking and you meet the captain, defeats the dragon. Your mouth is shut because he eating the magnum.
50 more years of hip-hop.
Yeah, listen. All I do is spit raw. Stick around and you'll get more. This is what I spit for. That other shit I ignore. Show up at the spot, go off the top like a wig store. I give more. Rappers looking puzzled like they jigsaw. As you can see me rising like from the 3rd floor to the 6th floor. 1520 Sedgwick Avenue. Come do a quick tour. Ben Aki, stop listening to hip-hop culture's enemies and go to the website birthplace of hip-hop.nyc. You know that this is where the truth at. Everybody that was old school was one time a new jack. So think about where you at and the future looking you back. Are you gonna be able to school cat or beat them fools at? I'm coming again with the boom back. Many just can't do that. So I bring my reps and effects when I'm swinging on these new jacks. All you hear is boom.
Swinging on these.
You still asking who's that? Well, it's the teacher. Newark, New
Major bringing the drama back.
School's at. Listen, they switching up your whole position. Popeyes went from eating spinach now to frying chicken. You better listen. Knowledge reigns supreme. That other shit's weird shit. This that original foundation, old gray beard shit. Yeah, I see the ice, but where them vocals at? You see the double metaphors I express on these local cats? I bring the focus back. This shit here is hot. We spitting after 50 years of hip hop. What we want?
50 more years of hip hop.
50 more years of Razor Comics.
We are never gonna stop. We got
50 more years of hip hop.
Breaking MCing, writing, beatboxing, DJing. We got
50 more years of hip hop.
The best
Razor
and no less.
Comics
Believe
is
this rest and stay
you.
fresh. We do it.
50 more
Breaking news.
years of hip hop.
You see, we all here. We going 50 more years.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for stopping by tonight. We are having a good time. Welcome to the party, guys. This is Razor Comics Late Night After Hours. I am Razor Comics. This handsome gentleman to the left of me that you see is George from the 757 Hustle Show. Thank you for stopping by. How do you feel, man? You got your vape pen reloaded. I got my bowl reloaded. I got my coffee going on.
Yeah, I'm
tonight, guys.
I got coffee. I'm all jacked up now, and I'm trying to set something up as I'm talking to you right now. So if you see me with crazy eyes, it's because I'm looking at my screen without my glasses. So
No worries.
I want to try
good,
something.
buddy. Good. Take your time, man.
We try something live while we're together right now.
Yeah, while we're together right now. That sounds good. You know, it sounds very, very sweet and sensitive.
I'm going to switch. Go ahead, man. I'm going to switch cameras while you're talking. I'm going to switch cameras.
Fable's here, man. One collection down. What it do, gurus?
Oh, station, my brother.
It's so late. Oh, late. 2 hours and 20 minutes later. Hey, man, what did I miss? The whole show is what you missed, Fable. The whole show.
Yeah, you had one job. One job, Fable. You had one job.
Well, you can catch us all together on May 10th. Hopefully, Fable will be there. No, Fable will be there. One collection will be there. That's my guy. Shout out to the Bronx. You know what? I felt like I feel that I am. Look, we got two prominent members of Brooklyn here representing tonight: Lisa Noble and Fable. One collection down.
How's this work? Can you see me?
Yeah, looks good, man. Continue. I see. Continue.
Sorry,
And,
I was doing an experiment. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and now I'm seeing you play the video game.
Okay, it works. All right, I'll take it off. I just want to make sure I could get this done while on somebody else's. I wanted to know if I could bring this in on somebody else's.
Thank you for me being the guinea pig. Thank you, appreciate it. No worries. So I feel like
just
before I was really interrupted by George's video game, that I am an honorary member of Brooklyn, man. BK represent. I feel that I have a connection to the Brooklyn family. Shout out to BK for life, Lord Brooklyn. Shout out to One Collection Down. Shout out to Lisa Noble. Shout out to Brooklyn, guys. Give it up. The Bronx is in the building. Represent. State 48 represent the Bronx. We connecting. You know, we like the West Side Connect, y'all. We making it connect. And I feel the love when it comes to Brooklyn. So shout out to my Brooklyn peeps. I feel that I'm officially part of Brooklyn. Like the love is reciprocated from myself to all my Brooklyn peeps. I feel if I showed up in Brooklyn, that we would have a good time, that I would be welcomed with arms. I saw my guy Fable, One Collection Down, walking down the street, taking a smoke break, and he was walking down. Then this is pretty cool, George. You're going to like this. He was walking down Stan Lee Boulevard, Stan Lee Street. He was walking down basically the street that Stan Lee grew up on. And he was taking us on a tour, man. It looked really nice outside. He had his jacket on. It was crazy because it's still kind of cold out there and it's not out here. But he was on a smoke break and he was walking out. And where he lives out in Brooklyn is where Stan Lee, right? The creator of Spider-Man and all the Fantastic Four and all these great characters. He walked us by the apartment window where Stan Lee would look out of his window and he would visualize X-Men and he would visualize the world that he would see it with all his diversity and all his and its melting pot of New York and the Bronx, and that's how he would reflect that in his stories. And I felt that when One Collection Down, Fable, was literally just taking a smoke break, and it was so cool, man, to see that. Hey, right there in that apartment building, you know, that window right there is where Stan Lee fucking grew up at, bro. That was amazing to me, man. A little part of history.
Stanley used to be like, we got to get out of this neighborhood. There's too many Puerto Ricans moving in. We got to get out of here. That's what he's doing, looking out the window.
They're gentrifying the Bronx. We got to get out of here.
Goes, what is this? What is this, Harlem? Let's get out of here.
What is this, Harlem? Let's get out of here. So Brooklyn represent. Bronx is in the building. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out with us tonight. We're just hanging out, having a good time. If you guys haven't noticed, we don't take things too seriously around here. We like to have fun, and sometimes we ruffle some feathers, and that's just part of the gig, unfortunately. Sometimes we ruffle enough feathers to where people get pissed off and take shots, and I've learned to just sip coffee and take it in stride and understand that even myself, I've taken shots and, have lost my cool sometimes. So I understand we all have feelings. Feelings can be hurt, especially in this community. I've grown to know this community is real hypersensitive, man. Don't trigger me, man.
We're passionate. We're all passionate.
Work with me. I'm trying here, guys. I'm working on being more compassionate, like my guy George says. We gotta
change. We gotta change the vocabulary. Not sensitive. We're passionate people.
That's right, passionate people. That's right. Yeah. The comic community is full of passionate people. Yeah, and I need to be more empathetic to those passionate people. You're right, George.
Yes. Everybody's passionate about. You're not wrong, George.
He sure is. I've learned that people can get their with the Darth situation. I grew up in I grew up as a fucking locker room guy, man, a guy from the neighborhood. I played sports, and we fuck around, especially with your friends. Your people who you think your friends or your homies, your brothers, your cousins. You fuck around, man. When somebody's had a bad game or whatever. Hey man, you fucking missed that jump shot. You can't even post up, bro. Do you know how to post up?
Josh,
Like,
it's called joshing, ball busting.
Is that
That's what
ball busting? Exactly.
That's what you do to loved ones. That's
ball
what you do
bust.
to loved ones. Yeah.
So the shot that I took at Darth, I guess, was just fucking with them on the phone. You know, I didn't do this on a video. I called him up because that's what I do to people that I actually have a relationship with as a friend. I actually talk to people like One Collection, like George, like others actually on the phone, and we have conversations. So I actually called Darth and gave him shit. That's all. Busting his balls a little bit. A little breaking of the balls there. You're busting my balls here, buddy. That's all I was doing. A little ball busting. Hey, man, notice you're using breaking news. What's next? Ceasefire Tuesday? And that's where he got hurt. He got a little upset. Said I was still in his I claimed that I invented breaking news, and I'm going after him, and that's not what happened.
You changed the game, he said. He said you changed the game.
I did. I changed the game, yes. He was referring to the members only live stream, and all I can say is you have to be a part of the members only live stream. Don't take information from people who were there. You need to be there. So pay the $2.99. Re-up your membership, because next month I'm getting you to have some more juicy tea for you. Who knows who's going to stop by? It's
$2.99. $2.99. You get all the breaking news for yourself firsthand.
You get all the breaking news for yourself, man, and then you can see for yourself and hear for yourself what goes down in these member-only live streams. Space Case, I got into a fist fight with my uncle in front of school children in a pickup basketball game.
Okay.
Exactly. And then I'm sure you probably smoked a joint or had a beer with them afterwards, right? It was like, oh man, that's fucking nuts, right, bro? We just fought right now in front of the kid. Ain't that crazy?
So you fought your uncle, or you and your uncle teamed up? I got into a fight with my uncle in front of school children. Okay, he fought his uncle. Okay, I was trying to say who. Like, was it a team up?
They're probably playing basketball, like 1-on-1. Like a heated game of 21, or a little horse. You know when you play horse and the one person gets to horse and you're like, no, let's play horse's ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it gets a little escalated. And you're like, what the? You just lost, bro. All right, let's play horse's ass then. Done. Free throws. Done. Boom, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden they're horse's ass and shit starts getting heated. You start bringing up personal shit. You can't even fucking hit a layup, bro. You got to be inside, or, you start just taking jabs. And that's what happens, man. You get over it. You fight it out. And I always talk about fighting it out, hugging it out, because we are grown men, right, guys? We are grown men, and we have feelings that get hurt. So I'm all about fighting it out, talking it out. I think it's healthy when we have these little arguments, these little spats. I think it's healthy for Darth to go on and drop a video. I think it's healthy for me to, go after these live streams to let my anger and these emotions out. I think it's healthy. I think these therapy sessions that we have on live streams is healthy. I think we need it. It's part of the community. It helps us bond, help us grow together. Some people see it the other way, but I come from the, hey, we're grown men. We're all going to have some feelings hurt. And that's why I try to put together a show called Ceasefire Sunday, football comic books, where we can get together on a Sunday and put baby oil on and take our shirts off and just get over here, George. Get over here. Rub you on your head, man. Let me rub your head. Get over here, buddy.
Yeah. And in all fairness, out of everybody you've been to war or whatever, troll war or whatever, battle content, whatever you guys want to call it, anybody you've been at war with, you've offered them an open platform to come onto your show and talk to you. You haven't hid from anybody. That from what I know,
I dropped the link.
You've never hid from anybody. You confronted people when you get a chance. You were wrong when you misspoke and you blew up other people's shit, on their show and stuff like that. You apologized for it, and you admitted you were wrong on that. So everybody makes mistakes. But you definitely have had an open platform. Even with your Brian LCS shit back in the day, when that shit first started, you always said, I'm here. I will not disappear.
Yeah, it's almost been a year already. God damn, man. That's crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I've learned a lot, man. You're right. Over this last year, I have not disappeared. We continue to do what we do. But yeah, I mean, it's sad when it's people that's close to you that you think it's your friends. But again, it's not the end of the world. I think Darth will get over it eventually. It's one of those things that I've learned to kind of move on from certain things that you can just say, hey, it happened. We all have emotions and we all have outbursts, and we can't just fault somebody for that. That's how he felt. And I can't tell him how to feel, just like other people can't tell me how to feel. So I understand that, man. Yeah, and I wasn't going to go after the guy and, rant on him like people wanted me to. It was funny because I was watching people's shows and they were telling me what the show was going to be. Like the TM nerdy guy was like, oh my God, Biggie, Razor's going to come after you on the Saturday show. And then Darth was, he's going to strike first because I seen his thumbnail and the troll. And I'm like, bro, I don't even know. We don't even know what the show is going to be. I run it by George on Wednesday, loosely what we're going to do. And then we talk about it, moments before we come on air. I don't, it's not like there's something that's premeditated. And then they had some inside info like, oh, Biggie, like people were thinking, or these accusations of coming up with what they think the show was going to be based off the thumbnail. They had no clue. It was hilarious. You guys said, I don't even know what the show is yet. They're like, oh, it's going to be Razor coming at Biggie. I'm watching it like it is. Wait a minute. Did somebody give him the script? Because I don't even know what the script is. Can somebody give me the papers? Can I can I get that script first? Because I didn't know fucking Biggie had it before I did.
Hey, and it's, and I mean, Darth got a new channel, right? I met Darth through you, and I've been on different, we've been different live streams with Darth and everything. And I've invited Darth to the May 4th thing, May 4th special on the 757 Hustle Show next Sunday at 3 p.m., which I'm going to reach out to him also. And so I'm supporting him. I'm watching his channel. I'm watching his videos. And then I watch his last video. He comes out and he's just like, fucking Razor, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what the hell happened that pissed this guy off? There's anger. There's emotion. That's not trolling. That's a lot of personal anger in that video.
And I've been there. I know I can relate. I've been there. When I saw him drop his video, and I can see it in his eyes, because I've had that anger, man. I've held on to it, and I've had it for years. Like I said earlier in the show, I was in a relationship. The relationship, when you're in a relationship, here's what happens. I'll give you guys a little bit of relationship advice from your old Uncle Razor here, guys. Gather around. Everybody listen up. Little relationship advice. When you're in a relationship for so long, like for instance, myself, 20 years, after a while, here's what happens to your relationship. Your relationship, when you get into the relationship, it's great. It's going good. And the relationship is either going to be a healthy relationship, meaning that you two are going to work together to build a healthy relationship, whether it be working out together, whether it be therapy together, whatever it does, you're going to make a healthy relationship and make that relationship work. Or the opposite happens, right? It's an unhealthy relationship. And after a while, it ends, however it ends. But it's either a healthy relationship that you're in a relationship for 20 years, for 30 years, for 40 years, that you and your spouse have this great, amazing, healthy relationship, or it's the other spectrum. It's the other side. It's not. It's an unhealthy, dysfunctional relationship that over time turned into this horrible thing. Now, you two people are living in this world that I'm talking about right now. You at home, you listening, you guys know you're either in one of these two relationships. I'm not going to ask you guys. I'll tell you from history. You guys don't have to spill the tea. I will. What you guys are listening right now, you're in one of them. You're like, you don't say, Razor. Come on, man. We got George around. I know. Listen, the relationship you're in is either a great one. It's healthy. You're and your partner. You work out. You go exercise together. You eat. You have a good time. You do what you got to do to make it healthy. Date night, all that good stuff. And then there's the others who've been in a relationship for 20, 30 years, and that relationship not so healthy, dysfunctional, the unhealthiness going on. They're just together for the kids or whatever, right? I was part of the B, right? Number 2. Started off real good. 3 kids, 2 grandchildren, another grandchild on the way. After 20 some years, it was unhealthy. We knew it, had to break apart, right? What that does to you is it causes you to turn into an individual that you normally are not. You start to have this anger, this resentment, and then you're out of a relationship. You're not used to certain things. You don't interact the same way because now you have to make friends. You have to talk to people. You can't just go home to your house, have a beer, have a drink, and talk to your wife and go to bed. You actually have to conversate with other people. So you develop, your whole personality changes. You develop into another person, you grow, you change. It took me a while, right, to get to where I am now, because after I got out of that relationship, I was a different person. I was filled with anger, hate, resentment. Still funny, but showing a lot of anger, right? Had a lot of personality, had a lot of talent, but it was kind of overbearing with this anger. So it took me a while to get to a place after, just getting out, quitting drinking all the time, because I used to be an alcoholic. I used to drink every day after work. I would have either a couple tall cans, or I would drink a bottle of white Zin, Bering white Zin, and some shooters, and I would be an alcoholic every day. I would drink. So I stopped drinking alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink soda. I just eliminated some things to make my lifestyle a little bit more healthier, little baby steps, nothing big, nothing drastic, not hitting the gym, and just gradual. Over the last couple of years, I've almost lost 100 pounds. I'm a lot more healthier. I'm a lot more happier. I'm a lot less angrier. So I have been there, and I do understand how situations can change an individual. It can wear on an individual, and I get it. And I do understand that we do have to have an outlet, and YouTube is one of those ways in order to have that outlet, to make those videos, to drop those rants. And I get it, and I do not fault Darth at all. Matter of fact, I have nothing but love for the guy, and good luck to him and everything that he does, man. You know what I mean?
Fuck that. That was a racist joke. Nah, just joking. Nah, fuck that puto. That was a racist joke.
Exactly. Space cases, nah. Fist fight.
Jorge, says chismoso, ¿ok? No se ponga bravo con Razor, porque es lo mismo. Es lo mismo, mijo. No se pone bravo, ¿ok? I love you, brother. All right.
And I didn't understand one word that he just said right now.
I'll say it. I said, Dart George, I said, you're a gossiper. You know what I'm saying? You're a gossiper. You're an instigator. You love battle content. That's your thing. I said, but don't try not to be upset with Razor, man. You guys are both the same guys.
That was beautiful. I wish I knew Spanish, bro. I always act like I do until the point where I'm like, oh, you know what? I really don't know Spanish, but I know a little bit. I'm really lying. I don't know anything. So thank you for translating.
We went out to eat with Razor. My wife and I went out to Razor, and Razor took us to this great, like, authentic Mexican restaurant. I'm like, oh shit, look at Razor. Razor like walking in there, like, hey Maria, hey Carlos. Fucking guy didn't know nobody, just calling people ignorant Spanish names. Then he sits down, he's like, senor, and he's Razor's like, queso blanco, please.
Dude, I've never learned Spanish. Here's what's thank you, brother. I mean, I still have drinks every once in a while. I'm not completely like 100% sober. I will have a drink when Madam's around, because it's like impossible not to drink when Madam's around. And when me and George went out, I had a drink. So it's not like I don't drink. I only drink on very rare special occasions, man, with people that I don't see and hang out very often.
You're functional.
Yeah, but I drank every day. I was an alcoholic. That's how I gained a lot of weight, man. I used to be a fucking athletic guy. You guys see my high school pictures? I played ball. I had 3 sports, man. I was fucking a baller. It's just, you get in a relationship, you start drinking, you get in a routine, and then your life it changes after 20 years. And now
there's the Glendale, was it Scottsdale champion, 1996 breakdancing champion.
Exactly. Now I'm fucking swinging. I'm out there at Scottsdale and Glendale and hanging out at the Diamond Casino and having a good time, man.
Does she know you? Does she know you have a show on YouTube?
Which one? Hey. Don't fight your uncle is good advice. Oh shit, man. Prismo. Really fun tonight, man. And that's pretty much. And I'm not undefeated. Darth is right. I have taken losses. When it comes to battle content or drama content, I don't claim to be undefeated. I have taken losses, multiple losses. I think that's what makes me who I am. I'm open to feedback. I want to make the show better. I want to grow the community. I want to grow the channel. I want to reach out more. And I'm hoping this event that we put together that we'll talk about here shortly kind of helps do that. But Darth is right. I have taken losses, and yeah, I will admit that. And I think that's what kind of makes me who I am. I have taken losses. I've learned from the DJ Link situation. I've learned from the Brian LCS situation. Yeah, I have taken losses, and it made me a better person.
Listen to George next time. Listen to George next time.
And I should have listened to George, but I do blame him because he allowed me to continue on, and that's all his fault.
Listen to the other. Yeah. Fuck that guy, George, also.
Exactly. No, Darth likes you. He says that you're funny in the video.
Does he? He said that?
Yeah, he didn't like me. He didn't like Promiscuous Time Traveler. He took shots at him, and
I'll admit,
Scotty Vaughn for some reason. I don't know why he took shots at Scotty Vaughn.
Yeah, he said that's our squad and shit. I'll admit, I was gonna go after him, and then I heard George, you're funny, you're cool, and I was like, okay, I'm good.
Fuck you.
I hit like.
You liked it up, thumbs up.
I was like, motherfucker, I don't rip off nobody, motherfucker. I'm a musician. I'm a musician at heart. So to me, it's hard when somebody says, "Oh, you're ripping somebody else off. Your song sounds like this person." You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to create as an artist. An artist would understand this. Passionate artist would understand this, which is why I think Darth got upset because my man's working hard to build his channel and everything. And somebody who he looks up to you was kind of like not, ball busting him. And I think maybe he took it the wrong way. That's how I'm seeing it now. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's an accurate assessment of what happened there.
So I'm not a psychologist, but I play one on TV. Whatever that word was. I was like, Google, pronounce this for me. Google was like, no, I don't think so.
I'm not a psychopathy.
Yeah. I'm not a sadistic psychopathologist. Well, it sounds like a good name.
Oh shit, man!
But, like I said, it could be a million things. I don't know. Maybe Razor did say something that he's not telling us that really pissed off Darth. So who knows?
No, that's exactly the conversation we had. And then he was like, "Well, release the members only stream video." I'm like, "No, bro. That's why it's a members only stream video. That the people that pay $3 a month, it wouldn't be members only stream."
I mean, what are you denying? What are you denying that he needs proof that's in that video? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he said that. Well, he also said that I was taking shots at Brian McClay, and I never took any shots at Brian McClay during that live stream, which was kind of funny. I actually reached out to Brian McClay. I talked to him on the phone. Brian McClay is actually a friend of mine. We actually have conversations on the phone. I talked to him. He lives in Arizona. I called him on the phone. Was it yesterday, day before? We talked about shit that he has going on, things that I got going on, and just chopped it up, man. We just thought it was kind of funny because there is no drama. There's no beef between me and Brian McClay. He's a friend of mine, man. So I'm not sure where that came from. Again, I think it was just gaslighting. I honestly believe somebody that was in the show was watching the show, a member, who's not really a member, who got gifted a membership and decided to try to gaslight or instigate, or whatever the fuck you call it.
Instigate. That's more instigation right there.
I don't know what you call it. Gaslighting?
No,
gaslighting?
Gaslighting is when you're telling, is what you should do to your ex-wife. No, honey, you're not crazy. No, honey.
I don't know these words, bro. Ox, gaslighting. There's this app called Blue Sky, Discord. All these are fucking alien. I might as well be speaking Spanish.
Sí. Yes.
Oh, and you know why? You want to know why I don't speak Spanish? BT Dubs? Do you want to know why I don't speak Spanish, BT Dubs, George?
¿Por qué?
Okay. Interesting story. Check this out, guys. A little bit of reverse racism here.
Ooh.
The reason why I don't speak Spanish is don't blame George. It's not George's fault. The reason why I don't speak Spanish.
Hashtag blame George. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
The reason I don't speak Spanish is because of my grandfather, my tata.
Yeah, he was a Nazi, right?
Yes.
I was trying to get you to spit your bong out. Hashtag blame George. I want to get that on a t-shirt.
His name was Cruz Wiener Schnitzel.
No way. Stop. I'm smoking sativa tonight, not indica. Don't fuck with me.
No, my grandfather, my tata, check this out. Of course, my grandparents speak Spanish fluently. You know, he's from the motherland, the homeland. He's, you know, he speaks fluent Spanish. So does my grandmother, my nana, God bless him. But my grandfather, my tata, my own children, his own children, my dad, my aunts, my uncles, they don't speak Spanish. And the reason why they don't speak Spanish and we don't speak Spanish is because when my tata came over here and had children, he wanted to make sure that his kids and us were Americanized to the point where he didn't want us to stand out and have any accents at all whatsoever. So to eliminate the fact that we would be shamed or shunned because of our accents, there was no Spanish that was spoken in the house at all. It was only English, and you had to speak proper. And look, I still can't fucking speak English. You had to speak proper English. So look what good it did. Obviously, it didn't do any good. The plan did not work. I still can't form words. But that was the plan to eliminate.
The guy's like, I drink a 12-pack every day after work. Then he's like, I can't form words.
I still can't form words. I still can't talk. That was it, man. That's the reason why I still to this day I don't know Spanish, and it's not because it's because that we were in our household. It was restricted. There was no talk of Spanish because my father didn't want us to learn it.
Meanwhile, me growing up, there was a new language. My dad was born in Greece. My dad and my mom migrated to New York from Colombia, South America, and my father migrated to New York from Greece. So imagine a New York accent, mixed Greek, English, Spanish, like this is what it's like in my house. This is what it's like at my house, because the words you don't know, you have to substitute. You have to substitute in English. So it's like, Mommy, voy a Newfields a comprar the new G.I. Joe comic book, para que después voy to the Home Depot to get, para comprar, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? You got to jump out in and out. Yeah. And then when my dad had a heavy Greek accent. So speaking to him, like when you couldn't think of something like, oh man, what's that word? I'm trying to think of, like you had to dumb down words, like physiologic-y. You know what I'm saying?
Like psychopathy?
Like psychopathy. And I would say them in Spanish. And he's like, are you fucking high again? I'm like, come on, Dad. I'm trying to communicate. He's like, stupid. I'm the Greek one.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro, because it's different when you go to different households, and then especially when I'm around Spanish speakers, especially when I go to Mexican restaurants, they think that I know assume that I speak Spanish.
I assume,
and then it's so embarrassing when I'm trying to, and then I'll get away with it for so long to where if the conversation goes too long, and I'm like just not doing this. And I'm like, I know a little bit. I don't really speak Spanish fluently, but I know enough. In reality, that's bullshit. I don't know any Spanish at all.
Virgil thinks the plate is hot is Spanish. The plate is hot.
Can I get a pollo fundido? Fundio? Can I get a pollo fundio?
Can I get an orange? Can I get an orange Jarrito soda, please? Do you have any of those Jarritos?
I'm the whitest, guys, when it comes to ordering. How hot is? I had to make George taste the salsa to tell me which one was hot, because the green sometimes is hotter than the red. They'll flip it on you, where the green is not the hot one, the red, or vice versa. So I made George the guinea pig. I was like, George, which one's the hot one, bro? Because I'm fucking that white. I don't.
I tell Razor, no hablo inglés. I'm not eating that shit.
Dude, I cannot eat hot salsa. It's got to be the green, mild, and sometimes the green one's the hot one. And that one, was it the green one? The hot one was the green one, right? Because it had like the little fucking peppers in it. See? Exactly, bro.
It had the devil's seed in there.
Yeah, bro. Fuck that. Shit, man.
Me and Razor, we went out, we got high, we went out to eat, we went out to go buy weed, got high again. And then we're like, fuck, we forgot the live stream.
Forgot to hit the intro.
Yeah.
I understand that. I have family that did the same thing with their kids. Yeah, man. And Space says that his last name was Americanized during World War II. So you know what I'm talking about. Exactly. My thought that grew up during that time, man, where, you know, they don't want us to fucking feel like we were, you know, my name is Raymond, my first name. You know, my uncle was Steven. You know what I mean? We weren't like Julio and fucking Jesus. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Carlos.
Carlos. You know,
Jimenez.
real American shit, dude.
Yeah, my real name is Raymond Jimenez.
Exactly. My real name is Raymond Smith Johnson. But
you know, my real name, my real name is, right, I'm named after my Greek grandfather, which is Yorgos. So my real name is, and I'm named after my Colombian uncle. So my real name is Yorgos Fernando Contaratos.
Where's Ice at when we need him?
Yeah.
Don't say that too loud. The door will get kicked in.
My mom sent me and my sister and my mother went to night school to take Greek classes, how to speak Greek.
Holy shit! No shit.
Yeah,
really love right there, bro. I want to do that. I mean, that's really love. I mean,
and I took 3 years of French in high school. Yo, like in 93 through 93, 97, I was fluent like in 5 languages.
Bro, check this out, dude. I took Spanish in high school. This is how fucking white I am, right? I took Spanish in high school as an elective in my senior year because I needed something to fill the half-day schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So like, fuck it, I'll take Spanish. I mean, I have to. I mean, it's in I'm Mexican, right? I mean, I'm legit 100% Mexican. It's in my blood, right? My thought is from the motherland, the fatherland. Some of it, I should be able to come in here and just naturally being Mexican. I don't even have to read the textbooks, right? I could just fucking walk in, sit there, and just absorb it, and it'll just naturally come out. I'm fucking Mexican, right? I got this.
Mm-hmm.
I failed it. There's at the very end of the semester, there's 2 tests. If you take Spanish or language, you know, right? You have the written, you have the oral test, right? You know, when you take your language class, you have the fucking, at the end of your finals, there's the written, there's the oral. I got D's and F's on both of them. I did not know they take you outside the hall to do the oral test, aside from the classroom, and it's you and the teacher in the hallway. That's separate than the classroom, right? So they take you out, and she literally just sat there, and she's like, "You know what? I'm not even going to. We're not even going to go over this test because I know
I'm not even going to waste my time. I'm hungover. I don't want to waste my time with your white ass."
Miss Diggs, shout out Mountain Point High School. My Spanish teacher was Miss Diggs. She was the most beautiful Spanish teacher. She was also the volleyball coach from Mountain Point High School in 1997. Shout out to Miss Diggs. Of course, I was sort of a badass, man. You know, I was kind of a jock, badass, cool kid. And I used to work at Valley Luna, and I would see Miss Diggs a lot. Valley Luna is a Mexican restaurant. I used to work there as a host. And I would see Miss Diggs, and we would conversate outside of school. She knew exactly who I was, and I was always stoned in her class, making fun, she knew. So when we got to the actual test, it was just hilarious because she's like, "I'm not even, you already failed. You know that, right?" I was like, "I know." She's like, "Why are you even coming to class?"
She's like, "Young man, Razor, you already failed that life. Don't worry about this test. You already failed that life. I already know your backstory. You're just done."
She's like, why do you even come to class? And I'm like, at this whole time, I'm like, because I don't have to. I already failed. That's because I'm looking at you have the biggest titties, Miss Diggs.
No.
I couldn't tell that to her. I was 18 years old, and she was like 20. So she was beautiful, bro. But yes, the reason why I went is because she had the most beautiful, biggest titties, man. Blonde, curly hair, blue eyes, volleyball coach. She married like one of the PE teachers or some shit. But I miss Miss Diggs. She was beautiful, man. And I went to that class every day just to sit there and stare at Miss Diggs. And that's shout out Miss Diggs, Mountain Point High School.
So funny.
Blah blah blah, pickleball. Blah blah blah.
Let me tell you a quick story. You reminded me of that real quick. So I went to I moved out of New York. I moved out of Queens, New York. I went to sophomore year. I moved out to the suburbs to my family, and I started going to high school there. We had a teacher called Miss Ferry. So I guess how old we are in sophomore year, she was very young, brand new teacher. So Glen Cove was like in the suburbs. They had its own beach. So fast forward 10 years later, I'm with my girlfriend. Right? And then my buddy was my buddy was playing a show at the beach. He was drumming, so I took my girlfriend at the time. We went to go see him. I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, some lady just walks in front of us, shit-faced drunk, and it was Miss Ferry, my biology teacher. Dude, she sat down, started macking it to me and my girlfriend, and I'm like, "Is this happening?" I'm like, "Oh my god, is it?" And then her fucking husband had to come and drag her away. And I was like, oh my God, I almost closed the deal with my girlfriend and my fucking biology high school teacher. And then I found out from my old high school friends that she's like the big town drunk. She's the big town drunk. And I was like, oh my God, I almost caught VD from her, but still though.
Was she hot though? Was she hot?
Yeah, very. Beautiful, attractive lady. I was never really attracted to her until she sat on my lap in front of my girlfriend at the beach. I was like,
That's
awesome.
Shout out Miss Diggs. Shout out Miss Ferry. Yeah, I mean those moments are, you remember those.
That's why Razor doesn't speak Spanish, and I suck at biology.
Exactly. There you go. That's the moral of the story. Luis says, I used to tell my kids when they were little to eat the chili, you put hair on your chest. And my little girl would always say, I don't want hair on my chest.
Don't want hair on my chest. No.
Space says if you immigrated from Italy, they just gave you a name from where you were. From that why there's so many deep. Like, I remember that off of like Godfather, right? Vito Corleone, right? For the town of Corleone.
Yeah, that's why I'm from the. Where is it?
No, bro, I do not want pico de gallo on my carne asada burrito. No thanks. Kentucky.
Hey, Fable, what are you, Dominican? I always like to guess what everybody's nationality is. What are you, Dominican? I think you're Dominican. Fable. She hit the wall by now. You got a shot. There you go. Yeah, Lisa, always supporting. Lisa Noble, always supporting.
I guarantee you Miss Diggs is still hot, though. I guarantee you. She's a volleyball coach, bro. She was all in fitness. Miss Diggs, I promise if I run into her nowadays, she's aged a lot better than I have.
Yeah.
Floozy Space Collectible says, I know, right? What was it, Miss Ferry? What a floozy, bro. Trying to swing with George and his fucking girlfriend.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was nuts. And I remember calling, I'm telling my high school friends this story, and they're like, oh, bro, she's the town drunk. You don't live here anymore. She's the town drunk, man.
She's at the corner store right now. Look, we got one collection down saying Puerto Rican and Stanley ran away from us.
He's Boricua. Are you Puerto Rican or New York Rican? See, so Razor, going back to a lot of the Tex-Mex dudes that don't speak Spanish, you know what I'm saying? Like your class of people. In New York, we call them New York Ricans. They look like Fable, they sound like Fable, but they don't speak Spanish either. You know what I'm saying? They have it's the same thing in New York. We call those guys the New York Ricans, where they look as ethnic as fuck, but they don't speak. You know what I'm saying? They know a couple of words here and there. So, like they know how to say like Fable. Like Fable knows how to say bodega. You know what I'm saying? Lucy.
Bro, it's so embarrassing, bro. Especially like when the white girl that I'm on a date with, when she can fucking speak fluent Spanish and has to order for me when we go to a Mexican restaurant. That's pretty embarrassing.
Come on, bro. Come on.
The white girl I'm dating, who actually went to fucking Spanish class and paid attention, can speak way better fluent Spanish than I can. That's embarrassing, man.
Razor's like this at the table. Baby, did you tell her about the extra beans? Did you tell her about the extra beans? Yes, Razor. I told her. Gracias.
No pico. I do not like pico. That is the one thing. No pico, bro. Like when I used to order my burrito, I would go with my uncle, and he would make me go up there and order, right, just to fuck with me, like just because that's what we do, right? We're Mexicans, so we make the we fucking just basically pick on each other and make each other bust each other's balls. So of course he's gonna tease me, right? And I don't know Spanish, so he's gonna tease the shit out of me. He always would make me go up there, order your burrito. I'm like, fuck, man. All right, what am I? So and he would tell me a carne asada burrito, no cebolla. I'm like, okay,
no cebolla.
What the fuck is no cebolla? I don't even know what the fuck that is. For the longest time, I had no idea that was no onions. So I had to figure like, yeah, no. So carne asada de burrito, no cebolla. That was my order, and that's all I knew. Right.
That's how you start. You learn
That's
one
how
thing.
you
And
start.
yeah. And then you hear it in a movie somewhere. You're like, oh, no cebolla. I know what that means.
Yeah. Well, then she starts asking me, "What do you want to drink? Do you want this? Do you want that?" And then that's when I'm like, "Oh no, I'm good, thanks. That's all I want. I appreciate it. I'm for here."
We went to Japan 2 years ago, and I was fucking busting my balls to try to learn as much. Fable says I'm both. I'm Spanish and Spanish English. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. In New York, we have Spanish English, where it's like, and plus, I'm a triple threat because I got Greek in me. So and he won't pull out. But you gotta make up words. You gotta make up words. And shit.
He's been in there. He doesn't want to
Yeah,
leave.
he's been in there. Yeah, his hands.
Mucho PGD muchos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got
it's fun, man. I wish I knew Spanish.
a lot of
I
Latinos
don't.
in the comments. I know Lisa told me she was Jamaican. I always loved in New York, because Fable can back me up on this. This is one of the things that you grew up in New York, Ray. You see so many nationalities. I'm a son of immigrants in New York. They call me children of the bridge and tunnel. So because you got to take a bridge or a tunnel to leave Manhattan. So we're called children of the bridge and tunnel. And there's so many nationalities. So growing up, my next door neighbor was Greek, Chinese, Muslim, on the same block. So that's when you meet somebody, I'm always like, oh, what type of Latino are you? Or what type of Hispanic are you? But you want to see racist people? You want to see racist people? Call a Dominican a Mexican, and then you'll see a racist person.
That's a big no-no, huh? They'll fucking get pissed or what?
No Latino wants to be called a Mexican. There's a food chain. There is. There's a food chain. In the Latino verse, there's a food chain. First it's Spain, right? First it's Spain. They're the first ones. Then Colombia. Then Colombia, which is mine. And then you guys go fuck yourselves. That's the food chain. The Hispanic food chain. Fable can back me up. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, New York is the ultimate felty. I thought it was cool when I saw Fable walking down the street, bro, and I felt like, man, he was going underneath the bridge.
Yeah, he was
smoking a cigarette. I'm like,
yeah, he was about to go. He was gonna go buy some weed.
Well, the bodegas.
Yeah.
Can I get I don't know what are the languages out there, but I like cities. Like I'm a city guy. Like I will always live in the city until I cannot live in the city. Like for me, even if I had a lot of money, I would be living like in a fucking building or a penthouse or some shit in the city. I enjoy living in the city, bro. There's something about just being in the city where everything is around, the smells, the people, the food, the music. I got a celebrity theaters right next to me. There's Central Phoenix is down the street for me. You came to visit me, bro. There's taco shops everywhere. You roll down your window. I enjoy living in the city. I would always live in the city until I can't live in this, until I'm old and I have to actually move out and live with somebody, which is going to be one of my 3 daughters. And they already know that once their dad gets to a certain point that I'm going to become living with one of them.
Spoilers. She's like, Daddy, you didn't put that in the fucking thumbnail.
They know, dude. They've been told for many years that when I get to a point, unfortunately, I'm going to be living with one of my daughters. Yes, I will be broadcasting live with George 30 years from now from my daughter's living room.
I will be here with my mom sleeping right behind me, because I told my mom when the day comes. When the day comes, I got space for you over here. So I'm gonna be like, Mom, shut the fuck up. I'm talking to Razor. Razor's doing his top 10. Shut the fuck up, Mom.
Exactly. Late night top 10, 30. Bro, I love the city. I'm going to live in the city. I'm good. This is what I'm all about, man. I'm all about that city living. And when I seen Fable walking down the street, I was jealous, bro. New York is full of Caribbean people. That's awesome, man. I love Caribbean people.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of de la isla. You say, mi gente de la isla. That means my people from the islands.
No, and you know what, Space Case? My dad was a country mouse too. George lives in Virginia. My dad, God rest his soul, his favorite place to live was in Virginia. He lived in Richmond, Virginia for a couple of years. He was a truck driver for Swift. My dad loves the outdoors. He loves nature. He loves the forest. He loves green, and he loves snow. So when he lived in Virginia, in Richmond, Virginia, they had a house out there in the fucking woods or forest or whatever the fuck, man, whatever's out there in Richmond. But he would always take pictures of his backyard, bro. They had an acre for a backyard, right? So he loved the fact that he had an acre for a backyard, and he had his grill out there, a grill set up. He had his lawnmower, and then he always would take pictures of the snow when the snow would come in, and it was real beautiful. My dad loved that type of living, just being out there secluded at his house in Virginia. So, no, I understand it. I grew up around it. And that's the reason why I didn't live with my dad. My dad lived out there in Virginia. He even lived in Oklahoma, where I stayed for 1 year. And I couldn't not stand Oklahoma. I could not extend the snow. And I came right back a year later. I took a Greyhound bus, a 3-day trip to come back from Oklahoma to Arizona because I fucking missed it. I was like, I can't do it. This dry counties. What the fuck is a dry cat? I have to drive to a different county to drink alcohol. It's
like Deuce Hazard. You're being chased by Roscoe Pico train, or you're like the bandit.
No Jack in the Box. There was no alcohol. There was no Jack in the Box. There was no fucking Mexican restaurants. I was in hell. I was in Oklahoma, Okie hell.
That is funny.
I had to get out of there, bro.
Right here, brother. Me too. Fable, you know what I do? Lisa, you know what I should do to my cousins when they come visit me? I'm going to do this to Razor. I would take them, drop them off at East Harlem, and then I'm like, okay, make your way back to Queens. You're on your own. Here's one subway token. Here's one subway token. Make it back to Queens on your own.
Like Die Hard with a sign. I says, I hate everyone or some shit.
Yeah, not everyone. You know what it said.
You know what it said.
You know what it said. They didn't say
I hate
everyone.
I'll create a different sign, more political.
Yeah.
Correct. I know I don't, confuse and get my ass killed when I go out there.
You ever been to New York? I don't remember asking you.
I've been in New York one time, and it was a long time ago when I was a kid. I vaguely remember it because I was only there for not even a day. We went to go see Niagara Falls.
Oh, that's not New York City. My bad. Sorry. I always say New Yorkers say New York thinking just New York City, because this is how New Yorkers think. And you guys can back me up. There's New York, there's Long Island, and then the rest of the state. We call it upstate. And we don't even, you know what I'm saying? We don't even really, like, when people say, like you said, I've been to New York, Niagara Falls. We're like, oh, yeah. It's closer to drive from here to New York City than it is to drive from New York City all the way to the other end of the state. Yeah, Razor would have a blast. I know exactly where I would take Razor. Washington Heights is definitely one of them. Take him uptown, take him downtown, take him to Christopher Street. You know what I'm talking about, guys? Christopher Street. Waka waka waka.
What's this Christopher Street? I'm game, bro. I would have fun at
it's the gay area, the Pride area.
Yeah. Damn it, you fucking sold me on that one. You did it all, trickster. You did a little switcheroo on me.
I grew up. I grew up in Corona, Queens. We lived in Corona, Queens, which is, for those who don't know, I was like 3 blocks away from Shea Stadium, the Mets. That's where I grew up. And then we moved out of there.
Shout out. Yeah, no, I would like to hang out, man. I've never dated a Puerto Rican girl. Never. Never dated a Puerto Rican girl.
They cut you. They cut you with a rusty knife. That's my ex-wife was Cuban. My ex-wife was Cuban and Muslim. So they'd fucking cut you. They won't let you eat bacon, and they'd cut you with a fucking rusty knife. And if the knife cut, and if the knife don't cut you, the rust infection will. That's how they do it.
Never did it.
Nice, baby.
I would love to date a Puerto Rican, a Jamaican. I would love to try all the local flavors when I get down to New York.
Nice. He goes, "Hey, baby, you into some jerk chicken? Because I am."
And I'm very single. So my buddy said if people realigned off old weed deals, they would strip them, does them, throw them away. Hang on. My buddy said if people reneged off old weed deals, they would strip them, does them, I guess, do them, then throw into blackberry bushes. God damn it, bro. That's hardcore. People said if people reneged off old weed deals, that's pretty fun. They're like, hey, man, you owe me an eighth still from 94. Get butt naked.
That's
You're
terrible.
like, wait a minute, you still remember that?
Hey, weed's legal in New York, right? That's crazy. I haven't been there since it's legal.
Is it legal now? So it's no
In New
longer
York,
just
yeah, right, Fable? And
legalized, it's
Lisa,
legal.
New York and Jersey, it's both legal. Recreational, whatever it's called. Yeah. So in Virginia, it's you can have possession of it, but you can't sell it, right? So you can't sell it, but they have dispensaries, and the dispensaries are fucking expensive as fuck. We think our friend that used to gift us our deliveries once a week got hit up by the cops because we don't hear from them anymore. Yeah. So we went to the dispensary. This shit is almost $100, bro. Look at this shit. This shit's almost $100. This
What the
fucking thing.
fuck for the vape pen? What is
Yep.
that? What is that? A Steez? What do you got right there?
I don't know what the fuck, but it's called. It's whatever. It's called Skywalker OG, whatever it's called. But this is from the dispensary. Let me see. Hold on. Look, they put your name on it and everything and shit.
Holy shit, bro! And it's like $100 for that fucking.
Yeah, bro. They fucking
that's like $28 out here in Phoenix, bro. $28.
I know. Well, that's how much we were getting them from. Let me focus my thing out. That's how much we were getting it from our friend that comes by weekly. You know what I'm saying? Who is now ghosting us.
Well, I don't have to deal with that out here, thankfully.
I know,
And,
man. It sucks.
I've got a trailer here to show. I was trying to find my comic book to share with you guys, but unfortunately, I don't have it. Rick and Morty is coming out. I'm a big Rick and Morty guy. I have the trailer here for the Rick and Morty. I want to pull this up and share this with you guys. I have the Rick and Morty #1 4th print. It has Mr. Poopy Pants on the cover. I wanted to share it with you guys, but I can't find it now. I don't know what the hell I did it with you. What I did with it, but fuck, man, fuck me.
Rick and Morty is the what? They're two brothers. I've heard of the name. I've seen the picture. This the Triangle Faces kids, right? They got they're like brothers or something.
No. Rick and Morty season 8 comes out May 28th, I do believe, maybe May 25th, but it's coming out sometime in May. Rick and Morty season 8. It's basically loosely based off of the Back to the Future characters of Doc and Marty. And what the creators did is they took these Doc and Marty character and created Rick and Morty. Rick's the grandfather, Morty's the grandson. They go on these space adventures and they have all these hijinks that ensue. So it's kind of loosely based off that. Really adult humor, comes on late at night. Fun show. I'm a huge fan. I'm a big collector. I pick up anything that has to do with Rick and Morty when it comes to comic books. I do have the Rick and Morty #1 4th print. I want to pick up the Rick and Morty #1, all the prints, especially the one that's done by Justin Rowland, the white cover. That is pretty hard to find. And there's a couple of other keys in that run that are kind of hard to find because it's a limited print run. Not a whole lot of printing happened in that first volume. So I want to pick up as many of those as I can. I'm a big fan. I love the show. I wanted to share the trailer with you guys. It's coming out. I'm excited. I'm probably going to be dropping a video sometime in the next week or two of Rick and Morty, the books that I have, just a quick video. So check out that video. Look for that. It's a haul video of all the Rick and Morty comic books that I have collected. I'm a real big, huge fan, and I want to share this with you. This is the Rick and Morty Season 8 trailer, and let's just take a look, guys. Hang out, have a good time. We are live late night after hours on Razor Comics, and that's George from the 757 Hustle Show.
Niobe, don't go nowhere, Niobe. I want to ask you a question. I see you in the comments. Don't go nowhere. Stay there, please.
Don't go nowhere. Stay there, buddy. Stay there. Stay tuned. No one go anywhere. Everybody just stay there. Everybody stay here. Space Collectibles, collection 1 down. Nobody go collection 1 down. That's how stoned I am. Collection 1 down.
We're having the intervention. We're having Razor's intervention in 20 minutes. Nobody go nowhere, please.
No one goes anywhere.
You want to be by myself.
Coyote Comics, Case Collectible Space. All right, guys, here we go. Rick and Morty, Season 8, official. After I piss everybody off.
Rick and Morty, new season premieres May 25th at 11 on Adult Swim.
Get your mouth rounded.
It's like Back to the Future meets Doctor Who meets Ren and Stimpy.
I can't believe you've never seen fucking Rick and Morty, bro. That's a trip, man. And not a lot of people are into Rick and Morty.
I'm a fucking adult, bro. No,
I'll be
I'm just
honest
joking.
with you,
No.
the
I've
girls
heard
that I
it's a good show.
date are
No.
really not into it either.
No, finish. No. You know, and Razor's like, George, we're gonna do a top 10. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about, and we're gonna watch the Rick and Morty. And I'm like, did he say Rugrats? The fuck's he talking about?
It's Rick and
No, I've
Morty,
never
man.
seen it.
It's these days.
But I know, I've never seen it, but I know I can vouch that I know how popular it is and how good it is based on other people talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So
Justine Roland. I don't know what his name is. Justin Roland. Justice Roland. I don't know what the fucking guy's name is.
we told you he don't speak Spanish.
man.
Stop dropping those big
Roland.
words. Razor, you don't speak Spanish. With
It's
Roland.
like
Rolando.
I love Rick and Morty. I mean, I've been watching every day that I'm coming home from work. I've been binge watching Rick and Morty. I think I'm season 5 right now.
Damn, season 5. Yeah, shit.
Yeah, there's 7. Exactly, dude. I've been binge watching every day, Rick and Morty. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of me. This is how stoned I am. I was looking all over for this, bro. It's sitting right here.
Holding his hand like this.
Here's my Rick and Morty number fucking 1, 4th printing.
Who makes that?
Yeah.
Is that a Marvel? Is that a Marvel?
No, this is Omni, whatever the fuck. Omni Press, whatever the fuck. But yeah, there it is. That's the Rick and Morty number 1, 4th print. I was trying to show this earlier. It's funny. It was right in front of me, guys. It's fucking just sitting here. That's hilarious.
You know what they call you in my country? Marihuanero. Stoner. Marihuanero. Repeat after me, Razor. Like marijuana? Marihuanero.
Yes,
Can you roll your R's like a Latino? A Spanish guy? Can you roll your R's?
No, I don't even try, bro.
Say
Like,
ruffles.
I fucking completely accepted my whiteness, man. Like I've just absorbed it and just, I've accepted it.
Say ruffles have ridges. Ruffles have ridges.
Ruffles have ridges.
There you go. You got it. You got it. 20% off. You do that at a Spanish restaurant. They give you 10% off automatically. That's a Latino hookup.
If you do that at Taco Bell, they give you 15% off.
Yeah.
No, I'm not behind. I've watched them all. I know exactly. I've even watched the Rick and Morty Easter egg shows, the breakdowns of how Rick and Morty, exists on C-137 and how he's not the actual prime Rick and Morty. So it's really good, man. It's really well done. The series, even the jokes are kind of highbrow sometimes, but I like them, man. I enjoy it. It's funny. I've been watching it for a while. I used to enjoy. My list was Simpsons was my top show. I used to watch was The Simpsons as far as like animation, comedy, adult humor, and then it was Family Guy for the longest time. It was Family Guy almost forever. And then it was not Family Guy, but American Dad. I started watching American Dad, and I enjoyed that for a long time. And then now it's Rick and Morty. And Rick and Morty is what I've been watching for a couple years now, and that's my number 1 show for animation, adult humor is Rick and Morty. So it's Rick and Morty now, Family Guy number 2, and those are like the 2 shows that I'll watch anytime I like to binge those 2 shows. I never thought of getting these first appearances until recently. Love G.I. Joe. Never thought of Snake Eyes. All right. I wanted the figures. George has
G.I. Joe. Marvel G.I. Joe was one of the first comic book lines I started collecting as a kid. My first G.I. Joe was, I think, issue number 3 where they show the tank, or 4, whatever. But that was my first one. Then and then of course I was, I guess, through the cartoon and the toys that I wanted to start collecting the comic books, and then you start, you know how it is. You buy one comic book, then you're like, oh, I want to get this. Oh, I want this.
That's all. Yeah, exactly, dude. And that's where you spend $100 on new comic book day now. It's fucking sickening. But I'm getting into all the shit that I used to collect too. Like I'm reading all the G.I. Joes, the Transformers, all the nostalgic stuff from being a kid. All the stuff that we were into as kids. So that's where I'm shifting my collecting into for comic books and reading. I'm reading a lot of all that new Transformers, G.I. Joe's is big. But yeah, that's where I'm going. Rick and Morty's, just shit like that, man. Tomorrow when I wake up, I finally got a package in the mail that I just ordered that I was waiting on. And I'm going to do for the first time, and I'm probably going to do it in here. I'm not sure. I got to mess with the setup. I might do it in the kitchen. I might do it in here, but I want to get the setup right. And I'm going to do it forward facing. When I usually do haul videos, I usually flip the camera around and show like the comic books or whatever. But I don't have comic books that I'm going to do. I'm going to do my first ever Garbage Pail Kid rip. I'm going to rip some pack, guys. Set ripping and pack ripping tomorrow. Going to do a video on Garbage Pail Kid Chrome. So I got this in the mail. Let me show you. I'm a big Garbage Pail Kid. GPK for life, man. So I got the new Chrome Blaster series that just dropped, brother. So here we go. This is the Chrome Series 7. And what they do, George, is they take the original Series 7 from the original Garbage Pail Kids in the 80s, right? So they take the original series from the original Series 7 and they chrome them out, man. They make them look sick with some crew chrome cards, some refractor parallels, and some other cool shit that I don't know about. But yeah, I love these, man. I'm going to do an actual video tomorrow where I rip these packs open. And yeah, I'm going to show off these fucking GP Key Chromes that I got in the mail. I love Garbage Pail Kids. My daughter loves ripping these packs with me. They're fun. The characters are fun. The cards are cool. So I'm going to get up bright and early, and that's what I got going on tomorrow. What do you got going on tomorrow, my guy?
We have tomorrow. I have band practice, my band. So you can't see everything right now, but right behind me, there's a million cables on the floor, and I need to connect all the cables to everything. So, and we got practice tomorrow. So maybe,
nice. Rock out, brother. Rock out.
Maybe one on the next Saturday nights. We're going to be, I think the one before Mother's Day. I don't remember, or something like that. Maybe we'll jump on and do a live performance for you guys.
That'd be dope, bro. That'd be dope, man.
Yeah, I'm working on it also too. I'm working on also running the sound into the computer and everything to StreamYard so we can rock out on the internets.
Nice. Yeah, let's plan for that. All right, brother. Well, we had a good time tonight. We had a lot of people stop by. I think we can call it a night, wrap it up.
Where you going? Where you going? I'm going nowhere. I'm all jacked up.
Did you have a question for Niobe? What did you have for Niobe?
I just wanted to ask him about the Darth thing. I just wanted to ask him about the Darth thing, that, you know, how does he feel how Darth got so set off? I just wanted to ask Niobe, like, you know, the way Darth got so upset, like, how did Niobe feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Was it his intention?
Well, what situation? The Darth situation with me or
on Darth and Biggie's, when Darth was interviewing Biggie, Niobe came on. Right. And Naomi and Biggie got into it, and then I don't know, all of a sudden something happened where Darth just fucking flipped his switch and went after Niobe hard.
They both went in on each other. I know Niobe was supposed to be a guest on his show, just like I was, and Niobe went in on both Darth and Biggie. And you know, I don't really understand too much of why he went in on Darth. I do know that he really wasn't fond of Biggie or friends with Biggie. I know he was just, you know, kind of, I want to say acquaintance, but they would get along in the realm of the comic book community, you know. But I don't think he was ever like a Team Biggie kind of guy or a fan of Biggie, so to speak. I thought that him and Darth were to a certain extent really cool with each other, just based on the Sticky Goose connection of the troll that they had. They would both kind of go after Sticky and do their EFAPs and troll Sticky. So I thought that they had shared that connection and bonded over that, and that's why they were kind of cool with each other. So when Niobe went on there, it was kind of surprising that he did go on and kind of blow up the spot. But I do give credit where credit's due, and Niobe is one of those that does hold his own, regardless of how you feel about the guy. You know, regardless of what your personal opinions are about Niobe, I will say this about Niobe: he knows how to handle himself, and he does really well when he goes on these live streams and he goes on these debates or battles. He's really well rounded when it comes to the battle content, man. So he handles himself really good, even though that we might have some different opinions at times. Niobe knows how to jump on and cause ruckus and does amazing a job of backing it up. So shout out to Niobe.
He posted, he answered in the comments. And it was crazy though, because I was like, oh shit, it's Niobe. I know him from Razor Show. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden it was like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's because I said his mask was lame and the way he was singing about Daniel.
Daniel, who was Sticky Goose. So yeah, he said it's because I said his mask was lame and that he was singing about Daniel. And I know, you know what, Darth obviously can get a little sensitive, man. I understand because I've been there before, and things can get triggered and you can get emotional. And right now Darth is in full battle content mode where he just wants to kind of fight and argue. And I understand that. I've been there before. So it's easy to kind of trigger those individuals and to get them off. Guys like me and Niobe, we have a certain way of kind of getting underneath people's skin, as you guys seen before, and it does unfortunately trigger people. So thanks for answering, Niobe. We appreciate you sticking by this late. Yeah, he did lose his shit, man. So thanks for answering, Niobe. And one of these days we'll have Niobe on the show because I do got some more questions for Niobe. I would like to actually touch some bases on what really happened, what his really feelings are about Biggie and Darth and that whole situation. We'll see it for another day, another time. But I do appreciate everybody who stopped by and hanged out with us, kicking it with us tonight. It was an amazing time tonight, George. What about you, man? You got anything you want to recap or hash out again before we call it a night?
No, man, just a reminder. I know Space Case said ask trivia questions. So if you like trivia and Star Wars content, next Sunday, it will be May 4th, 3 p.m. Eastern time. I'm doing my 3rd annual Star Wars May the 4th be with you. We're going to do Family Feud, trivia, Would You Rather. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff we're doing. We're going to have people jumping in, jumping off. People are going to, hopefully they'll behave and,
Exactly.
So, this is,
and then the following week, we will be getting together May 10th at 3 p.m. Guys, this is important to me and a lot of people, so please come out, hang out with us. We're going to have a town hall type event Saturday, May 10th, 3 p.m. Non-con, virtual con, cybercon, what now con? We don't know. We need help with the name. We need help.
The more I know about you guys, we're going to call it X-Cons.
X-Con con?
X-Con cons.
We need help. Come out, help us come up with a name, a thumbnail design, putting out the word to content creators that do live streams. If you want to be part of this virtual Comic-Con that we're going to do during the month of June, during Heroes Con, where we're going to do live streams, live giveaways throughout the weekend, a major event that we're trying to put together. We're going to meet together and discuss it. I'm going to put the call out. Rob's Fat Stacks, we need help coming up with the schedule. I'm going to reach out to you. Garage Geek, if you're listening, if you're watching, I'm going to reach out to you. Melanin and Manga. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I'm sure I am. I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to reach out to individuals that do live streams. K-Pop Junkie, I think she's one of them I might reach out to. Anybody that you guys have any recommendations on who we should include. Right now, there's 6 of us, and it fills up about half the box here. If you look at the thumbnail, there's about 6 of us. It fills up about half the box. I would like to try to get about 12 people involved, which is the goal. I think that would help fill the weekend nicely if we can get 12 people involved. Right now, there's 6 of us. If we can get 6 more on, that would be great. That's my goal. So hopefully we can get that to happen. I'll put the call out. I'll reach out. And if you guys want to be part of this, I'm all ears, guys. A lot of recommendations. I want to hear it. We want to hear it. Can't wait to see you guys. And it looks like we got something else here. Is this yours on the bottom, George, that you want to share?
Yeah, I forgot to pop this up when I was talking about Star Wars. Niobe commented about the Star Wars thing. I think that's what he's talking about. I want on the Star Wars show. I would do good on the show like that. Well, Razor might be looking for a new partner, so reach out to him.
There you go, Naomi. I definitely need a new partner, brother. Because
So here's a little sample. Here's a little short. It's like 30 seconds of last year when we were playing Star Wars Family Feud. You're watching the 757 Hustle Show. My name is George. We're playing Star Wars Family Feud. With us today is the bros versus the bros. What's going on? We got the tops versus the bottoms. How you guys doing today? So it goes to Flashman. Name a weapon that can be used like a lightsaber. I make up with the teams. Some people don't know each other, so you know what I'm saying. So I'll make up the teams, and it just happened to be funny. The tops versus the bottoms, and it just became. Of course, it becomes sexual. So, and then here we go. I asked the first question: can be used like a lightsaber? Something that can be used like a lightsaber. A weapon that can be used like a lightsaber.
A stick.
What'd you say?
A stick.
Oh, I thought you knew I was Spanish. I heard something else. You thought that he was calling out. See, just all fun. Just all fun. You thought he was calling out to you. He was like, "Spick." That's what I was like. Did he just say? You're like, wait, hang on. He's like, "Spick." Yeah, no, yeah. No, Spick. Oh. He was like this. He was like this. You heard what I said, Carlos. You heard what I said. All right, Naomi, I'm gonna reach out to you, brother. I need a partner, man. Yeah. So let's partner up. Let's do-si-do on these bitches. Well, that's what we got going on, guys. So join us. Join me and George May 4th. May the 4th be with you for some good times, some fun shenanigans. Thank you, everybody who stopped by, hanging out with us tonight. We had a fun time. We will see you guys again next week, of course, and then with the May 10th show that we hope we can get a lot of people involved. So thank you guys, everybody who stopped by. I really appreciate the love. Shout out to the comic book community, everybody who's supporting the show. And yeah, I think that's it, George, right? Are we out of here? We got it here, brother. All right, well, we're out of here, guys. Until next time. Check you later. Check you later.
Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed.